Come on, warrior. Give it to me. Come on, warrior. You're nothing. Come on, stay on me. It's yours if you want it. It's yours. Warrior, you think of me day and night. Not just because I'm the one and only man who's ever beaten you for a title. But you hear the footsteps. You hear the footsteps, and you know who they belong to, don't you, warrior? Ultimate Warrior, what the world is about to find out is that I'm the one and only man who can beat you right now. You see, Ultimate Warrior, we're going all the way to the top. Pull. You can do it. You're over halfway. Come on, touch the top. You did it. Come on down. What did I tell you? I have faith in you. Ultimate Warrior, I know that the climb to the top is not an easy thing to do. But what you're about to find out is that to get shoved to the bottom is not an easy thing to take. Ultimate Warrior, I'm coming to get you. Ultimate Warrior, I'm gonna take your title. 5 more miles. Let's go. Go!
How did we reduce foreign energy?
This is Ed Zara listening to Phil J and that pain in the ass Choppy on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. How you doing?
What this network needs, this network gets. I promise you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Broadcasting live from Shaolin, Staten Island, New York City.
Freak Show Central.
Where's that?
New York City.
It's the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast with Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass, Choppy. On Rant EM Radio, proud member of the Shining Wizards Network and Dark Satellite Media.
Shock the system.
Damn right.
Yes. Hey guys, it's Friday.
It is Friday.
Happy Friday. You know what that means, right?
You know what that means?
Turnbuckle Throwbacks live.
We're going to piss people off today.
Oh, I hope so.
We always piss people off.
You know what? I wasn't upset at all.
I know.
I wasn't upset at all. And until you showed me, I saw that picture in my comments section. I was like, motherfucker.
Welcome to episode 371 of the Turnbuckle Throwback.
Wow, 371. 370 already happened. That's right. It did happen.
I dropped 370 at 1 o'clock this morning.
Uh-huh.
Live on the rant, rantemradio.com. Part of Shining Wizards Network, part of Dark Satellite Media.
What a delight, I tell you. That was a really good episode. The trollatorial was very good.
The trollatorial.
Trollatorial.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah.
So how's everybody doing?
Oh, just peachy. 2 COVID tests down for the week. So let's see what
There
happens.
we go.
All right.
Choppy's a pain in the ass.
super COVID free.
Super Cobra free.
As of right now, I still have to wait for the 7 results on the second one.
Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd.
You know what I don't get? Okay. Okay, say for example, I'm negative. What if I somehow
Within the next day or two.
Yeah. What if something happens in the next day or two? What was the point?
Doesn't matter. You have a piece of paper that says you're COVID free now.
Wow.
So,
Let's say hello to Cuzzy Rich.
Anybody seen Richie?
Hello, Shaylin, Jamie Sterling, Kid Human's in the building.
Is he really? I love Kid Human.
We do love Kid Human. We love everybody who supports us. How the fuck is everybody doing on this wonderful Friday evening?
fantastic.
On the eve of a storm that we're getting tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently we're coming in. We're
getting hit. We're getting the remembrance of Hurricane Laura. So
Oh.
everybody who's down south, please be safe.
So me and Jay are doing just fine, but I think you can do even
Yeah.
better now after we show you what we got to show you.
I can't. Yeah, it's it was funny.
So-
He texted me, and it was hours later when I finally see my phone. I was out camping, and
It's because Jay drinks.
yeah, well, mainly that too. And but I seen it. I
So-
was like, whoa! I was like, oh, I can't.
So
wait to see this.
it's by way of Florida, and wifey wanted to be a part of this to see your reaction.
In Florida.
It's from one Mr. Richie Ward.
Richie Wood, my cousin Richie?
Yes, he got you something.
For me?
Anybody seen Richie?
Anybody see Richie?
Yes, and
Anybody seen Richie?
he wanted me to give this to you
Me?
on air for you to open.
On the air.
Yeah.
That was the surprise.
All right, Jamie, you getting rain? Jamie, what part of the world are you in? Oh, it's in a box.
Yeah,
It's in a sealed box.
a nice, secured, sealed FedEx box.
Even Choppy didn't put his mitts on it.
Could you imagine with me trying to open this fucker?
It'd be ravaged.
I would have eaten it by
I
now.
think it'd be the same thing as Phil trying to
Did you
open
not
it.
eat today?
Oh, I did already. I had raviolis, man.
Ravioli?
Ravioli.
I had gypsy raviolis.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking cool.
Oh, I can't wait to see his reaction.
He showed me the video. I was like, what?
This is gonna be sick.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh lordy lord! I'm
Should've-
happy. I'm happy to see his reaction.
I should have brought a knife.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife.
This is a knife.
Don't you gypsies have knives?
Don't worry, Phil. No pressure.
Use your teeth, kid. You know what? Can we get some scissors, maybe? Baby,
No, it's all right. It's all right. It'll just take
He's got it.
he's got it.
It's like fucking,
Now it's in bubble wrap.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait for you to see
it's like a
this.
dead body on Sons of Anarchy.
Or Sopranos, one or the other. I think he's nervous.
You know what's funny? I was
because the headphones, like, my slack is limited.
You're slack. I'll
No,
give
the
you.
headphone slack, you fucking jamook. Jesus Christ. What is this? It's fucking foolproof. Oh. I got it.
There you go.
Motherfucker.
Oh
you
boy.
can kind of see it.
Rich, what did you do, man?
Oh lordy lord.
Rich used every wrapper I had in the house.
Oh lordy lord.
You want to secure its.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh
Hold on a second.
lord.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
What is this, Mark?
Whoa.
What is that?
Holy shit.
You know what that is?
It's the AEW Championship.
That's a fucking.
This ain't the one from Walmart either.
No, that's the legit one.
Wow. Dude, you didn't have to do that. This is fucking awesome. It's my first championship belt. I made of cardboard
Or plastic.
or plastic.
So
Holy shit, Richie. What'd you do that for, man? You have to do that. Holy shit.
How-
this
how
is
pristine is-
beautiful.
look
No,
at
I
that.
think it's
The
beautiful.
symbol of excellence right now.
Yeah, fuck John Moxley. I'm the champ now. Oh, yeah, pass it around, man. Brielle's taking video.
Oh,
Thank you, Brielle, for taking video.
oh,
Look at us. Get that dog out of here.
oh.
Dog.
Jay, feel this bad boy. Oh my God, Rich. Richie. Anybody see Richie?
Richie, thank you so much, man.
That's insane.
Dude, that's insane.
You know who's the real world champion? The Impact player.
Anybody seen Richie?
I'll fight somebody for it.
I'll fight you for it.
Look at the side straps. Even brand like embedded.
Dude, you
AEW.
really, Rich, this is too much, man. I love you, brother.
How cool is that?
Rich.
You know where that's going, right? Watch this. Watch
What's going on my fucking...
Well, for now, it's gonna go right here. Watch this. Watch this.
You put it right in front, right there. Put it right in front.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
Richie, that is fucking beautiful, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Thank you, Brielle, taking video. Our
Get out of
correspondent,
here, dog.
our correspondent,
Turnbuckle Throwbacks is directed by
Brielle Marquez. Technically, yeah, it's her lighting.
Is it on?
No, she'll put it on. Good job, fucking director. Go ahead. Oh well, then priorities, baby, priorities.
Holy shit, that thing
Richie,
is awesome.
I'm beyond words, man.
Hold on. I got. I'm a belt mark, so I have to see what
You're a belt mark.
Yo, look at the side. The side's got AEW branded on it.
I'm gonna
it's
fight.
like engraved.
You know what we're gonna do? I love you too, man. Thank you so much. I can't. I really, bro. I'm gonna go. You know what we'll do after the show? Go to Walgreens in the parking lot over here. I'm gonna just challenge people on Rich Madden.
Who wants to fight the champ?
Who wants to fight the champ?
Start slapping your chest.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh my god, Richie. All joking aside, dude.
That's
The video that you sent me and the video that I showed Jay does not do this belt
No.
justice. This is fucking beautiful, dude.
I'm gonna hang it somewhere in my in the
You-
crib.
You need to put it somewhere
in a
like
display case or something.
you know what you should do.
I'm gonna defend it in Walgreens parking
You
lot
should
tonight.
put. You should, you know, this is what you're gonna
I'm
do.
gonna have Jay as my manager.
This is what you're gonna do. Oh, by the way, Jay, you look great as Earthquake. By the
I
way,
know. By the
Holy
way,
shit!
wow.
What do you call him? Jay Quake?
Jay Quake.
I looked at that. I was like, whoa. I was like,
John
I could've-
Moxley, you can go to hell.
Yeah.
And what about ravishing Choppy Rude?
Scott says you go all Kamala in the lot, in the parking lot.
Dude,
Yo, that thing is beautiful.
it's pristine, dude. This is
My son's gonna want to fight me for it.
when Mikey sees this thing, he's gonna lose his
He's
mind.
gonna fight me for it.
Yeah, that thing is.
Johnny Moxley.
Johnny Moxley.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait for the scathing drunk promo now with Phil and this belt
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, live.
He had a great one with the NWA belt. Now,
Dude, I was half in the bed. Rob provoked me.
So,
yeah.
as of right now, Phil has held the Triple Crown.
Yes.
Yep.
He's held the 10 pounds of gold,
Yes.
and now he has the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. I held Tony's European title.
I did too. That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Tony Z has the European.
yeah, but we don't
champ-
have that. We don't have video documented footage of that. Now we.
Yeah, but we have proof though. We did it. I mean,
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yo, he also has the WCW World Tag Team titles.
who Tony does.
Yes, he
Does
does.
he?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, he
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Those things are pristine.
Yeah.
Holy
He's
shit.
got to get a partner.
Well,
You guys should fight him for it.
I would.
'Cause I'm already world champ. I need the tag team champs. Tony needs to get a partner.
I was saying that. I was looking at it when he showed me the video. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then seeing it in person, I didn't even notice like
The video does not,
branded.
the video does not do it justice.
No, because
absolutely not.
it's like engraved in the leather AEW on the side.
Rich,
Beautiful.
I'm beyond words, bro. I love you so much. Thank you very much for thinking about me. You didn't have to do that, man. He's a belt guy.
We know. Oh, I know full hand.
But doesn't he have the whole collection?
Me and Richie talk all the time about his belt collection.
Richie's gonna help me design the Takeover Club title.
Hell yeah.
We're getting one made. We're gonna get one made. Yep.
I can't.
yeah.
I gotta stop looking at this thing. This thing. I keep looking at it. I can't help it.
That
It's
thing's
fun.
awesome. I tell you, it's a lot better in person. I looked at it. I was like, wow, that thing is, and it's funny because it looked pretty like that. I don't want to say small, but I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. But it's almost what I assume drawn to scale.
Yes,
like,
it is.
It's got to be.
We're also live on YouTube. Thank you everybody for checking in. I've never had a championship belt.
And now
There you go.
And now you do. Now let's see if you carry it to a show.
Yeah.
No, real talk though. If we like tailgate or something, I'll bring it to the tailgate.
To the tailgate. Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring it inside.
Oh,
though,
no,
like,
no,
walk
no.
around. I'm not gonna walk around to the fucking concession stand. Hey, you guys have Pepsi, Diet Pepsi? You know, yeah. And the fucking the little girl behind the counter will be like,
You're a jack girl. That's what I think of you.
You know, it'd be great. I would just want to dress up like one of those, like our buddy from the ferry.
"Oh,
My
mom says I could go to the wrestling match.
My mom says I could have the AEW World
You know
title.
who I can go as for Halloween?
What was that?
I can go as John Moxley.
John Mookley.
John Mookley.
Yeah. Did you see MJF I'm John Moxley. He said. I pop. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
MJF is fucking money.
Sincerely, that's a fucking
awesome,
beautiful title, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, that thing is beautiful. It
Yeah.
makes me, I want one so badly. I really want the Intercontinental title. I really do.
The new one?
No.
Oh yeah.
Are you
I was just gonna
fucking
say,
bugging?
yeah.
The one I want to hold is the one that Macho Man held.
Yeah.
And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
No es la estrella. No es Ricky. No es Tito Santana. No es Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Didn't I make a?
Did you?
I thought I did. Hold
Well,
on.
hold on. Let me do it the right way.
Yeah, no, I got it.
So,
No es Tito Santana, no es Ricky Steamboat, no es nobody. Yeah, nunca.
no es nobody.
Matt Squire says that makes Phil the number one PWI.
There you go.
Hey, you know what? That is true.
All right, so let's get all the pleasantries out of the way. Jay went camping this week.
Good for you.
Yeah, I did. Went
How
camping
did
with
that go,
Taven and the
Jay?
kids. Yeah, it went very, very well.
Did you get the runs?
No. Oh, I did. So we went to PA and we did get Taco Bell because that's what you do when you go.
Oh,
camping.
over there. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Right by
Me
the
and Choppy dropped the jersey for Taco Bell.
Yeah,
right there by the flea market, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
not
know.
too far from the flea market, and it was whatever road that is 609, 209, whatever the fuck. And
209.
That area is busy though.
The diner over there too.
man, it didn't take me long. As soon as we were in the trailer, I started farting, and they were like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like you it's like all night. I looked at them. I was like, "It was your decision to get fucking Taco Bell, not me." I was like, "I just drove. Like I have no problem getting Taco Bell."
Did something crawl up your ass and
Oh,
die?
it was terrible. Well, that and then the 10 beers I had that night.
Well,
and
yeah, it definitely was Taco Bell.
But it was really, really good. We, s'mores by the campfire
That's
and all
awesome.
that stuff. So the kids really loved it.
The kids enjoyed it.
Loved it.
Good.
They can't wait to go back. They were like, can we go back next week? I'm like, no, you can't go back next week. Like my parents are gonna be there. Then they're like, well, if John and Mary watch your Laura Grace, they can watch 2 more kids, right? I'm like, yeah, just sneak 2 more kids in the.
I'm assuming Laura Grace is your niece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Jay, Chop, let me ask you: do gypsies go camping? They camp normally, right?
Oh, we camp in the beach.
In the beach.
We want to be smart about it. We want to be as close to fish as possible, so that way we don't have to go look for it.
I respect you, Jin. You're intelligent Jew businessman.
There it is.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So it took me away. It was nice to be also, the kids aren't on top of the iPad, and you kind of disconnected from civilization. It was really, really good. Really,
That's good.
I would inquire a lot of people to do it.
Camping is a lot of fun. I've actually legit went camping one time when I was like young though, really, really young. I was like 10 or 11, and it's a lot of fun. You roast marshmallows.
Yeah.
You fucking.
Well, I was telling Phil, I have the secret. The Cop family secret is, we do roasted marshmallows on top of graham crackers, but instead of using, boring Hershey chocolate, you use Reese's peanut butter cups. And it's fucking
that's smart,
and it's fucking life changing.
And my secret is I make sandwiches. I make like small witches. I'll take a whole graham cracker piece, and I'll just break it in half and make a giant sandwich. And the kids lose their minds.
I'm just gonna change my religion after hearing that.
That's why I'm Funko Phil, man. You went home that night. My birthday party, we made them. You guys left. I made them. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because the kids,
Well, that's what Tava said now. Because then we made a fire. So like now she wants that all do fires like all night. I'm like, well, listen, we gotta get a fireplace first.
Yeah, but you fucking fire. What am I made of money here? What am I, money bags cop over here?
Yeah. What am I?
Money bags cop.
That's
what
am I walking around with a heavyweight title here? Like,
ooh, hey.
What is he, Ric Flair with the bodacious tatas?
And every time I turn around, there's a pair of bodacious tatas in my face.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't.
So
let me tell you what happened to me real quick yesterday. I've been on staycation. I've been going back and forth to doctors just to follow up on my ailments because I'm getting old. But my manager knows I do a podcast. Has no idea what I do though. But he sends me a link, just a random link on my phone. He sent me a text message of Dusty's Hard Times promo. Doesn't know I do Dusty. Doesn't know I love Dusty. Doesn't know any of that shit. So I turn around and he's like, does anybody know? Did anybody tell you that you remind me of Dusty Rhodes? I'm like, what? Minus 60 pounds in the blotch on my stomach? I told him, and he goes, He goes, yeah, maybe. I'm like, yeah, well, Phil Ray, a fun fact. That's my hero. And I do a pretty mean Dusty impression.
Did you do a Dusty impression for him?
No, but I sent him this. I sent him,
If they had to a lady,
and then I sent him this.
I'd come closer to tipping it to a Jezebel down on the street.
And then I sent him to Dusty's gorilla, the clip of him and the gorilla from Mother's Day.
Yes.
So, yeah. Oh, no, I sent him this too.
If you put your hand on this $150 lid, I'll slap them lips on the side of your face.
On the side of your face.
On the side of your face. On the side of your face.
What about Mellow Yellow? I love that commercial.
Woo, Mellow Yellow, to taste that beef Mountain Dew.
It's funny though how he mentions the competitor for Mellow Yellow. It's so funny.
Matt put up a, what do you call it? A Dusty Carvin.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should. I'll play that later.
This shit was funny.
Yeah. Oh, is he the one that did the J Quake and the opening? Yeah, dude. He is like a fucking magician with that thing. I look exactly like.
I think the name of the episode sometimes gonna be "Feel the Heat." It's Jay Quake.
How svelte did he look as the Hulk?
Again, as Hulk Hogan, I look svelte.
Yeah.
How good did I look with abs?
Yeah.
Man, you had abs.
Ravishing, choppy, rude.
J Quake. Oh, it was fucking.
Mott Spock
priceless.
checking in, by the way. He sent a message. He did his homework for the show.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Everybody's excited about tonight's throwback, and rightfully so. It was a fantastic fucking card.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I still can't believe it's 30 years. 30 years ago, though, man. It's insane.
I can't believe I was 6 years old 30 years ago.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, foofa. But yeah, man. We have a lot of news to get into. First of all, we got the PWI 500 we're gonna get into, and we got results. We have first of all, did you guys see SummerSlam?
No, I did not see.
I did not. Oh, you talking about the new one?
The last Sunday.
No, I did not.
I know what happened.
Okay,
I saw the match with Randy and Drew, which was really good.
Did the ending bother you? The ending bothered me.
A little bit. Yeah.
That match was so good. To end it on a backslide of all things? What is this? What is this? Tully Blanchard, circa 85?
No. But what about Ric Flair and Kerry Von Erich? Kerry Von Erich won with
I understand that, but that was also 1984.
So what?
But maybe that's the desire. It's supposed to be. It's an athletic contest. That's what I always never understood about a backslide or an inside cradle. It's a sneak win.
But here's my problem with. Here's the issue though. I was okay. It was all right the ending, but what my problem was is that. This became a very heated and personal issue between both guys. You had Ric Flair, you had Randy Orton who attacked Ric Flair. All these guys that Drew respected. Even HBK is Drew's like hero.
Yeah.
So for him to do that to HBK, he was you would think he would have won in more dominating fashion.
Yeah. Well, I think just to jump in though, because I think with the backslide win. It leaves the heel open to now. It's like you it's a quick 3 count. Like it's another way to come back in, and vice versa. If the heel does it,
yes, 100%. I see why it happened.
It's just, but it does fall flat.
It flattened me, man.
It's also not the 80s. It's also not the 80s anymore.
It ruined me. I was like, that was such a great match, and he fucking ruined it with an 80s backslide. Like it was some Tully Blanchard type shit.
Yeah.
I
want to say that's probably why, but like you said, it sometimes can fall flat. You got to like add a little flair to it, like at least something different, some kind of other. Well, it's funny because I'm going to say the same thing about for the throwback, a finish where I was just like, that's it, like that's how we're going to do it. So
exactly. All right, so where do you want to go? So you guys didn't see any of the shows this week, right? You saw Raw. You said
I saw pieces of Raw. I saw all of NXT. And I saw Takeover. Takeover was fantastic.
I can't wait till tomorrow morning. I'm watching Takeover because that's the first thing I said when I get
That's
back.
really good. That was very, very
Can
good.
we all agree, again, Chops Adamus.
Okay, struck again.
Choppy, we have to give him his due. You have to give him his due. He was right.
What can you say on how Choppy almost ruined
Choppy's
it for
a
you?
pain in the ass.
Choppy ruined it for Phil.
Watch this. It's okay.
But I got to tell you, I still don't. I still think it's intermediate booking.
Of course it is.
Like you put all that, even though he gets called up, even though
what a shitty call up that was.
Well,
it really kind of is a shitty call up though, because
It was at spur of the moment. It was.
Do we feel bad for Karrion Kross though? Now he's out for several months.
Dude, it's like Finn Balor all over again.
What about it? Here's where I have a problem with the booking and wrestling today in general. Now I understand Karrion Kross and Finn Balor for that matter.
Well, Richie, my cousin Richie called it too because him and Choppy are like, oh, he's gonna get the call up, and I'm Jay, I'm sorry.
You know, with Karrion Kross and Finn Balor, it happened like you blow your shoulder out. Just using the shoulder as an example.
Barry had to do it too. Remember?
And you blow your shoulder out in mid match, and listen, you got the balls enough to fucking pop it back in and go, let's go. You know, but at what point do you not go, shit, like this could be worse than it already is? Let's call it an audible. Have Keith Lee go over. Now I understand it's hard to do it live, but you know, you can talk to the referee, talk to somebody in the back. You can make it happen. I'm just saying, why not call the audible and kind of make it easier? Because like you said, it just falls flat now.
That's the problem with the issue I have with them, the way they book the matches.
Yeah.
It's basically they don't let these guys call everything inside the ring. They're telling these guys to rehearse everything prior to the show.
I'm saying, you know, you blow your shoulder out, you're like, yo, I'm hurt. You're gonna have to fucking win.
You're gonna have to win. Exactly.
You're gonna have to win because it's easier for Karrion Kross to come back and say, "Hey, I was hurt," and it's easier. You're gonna drop the title of Keith Lee anyway. So you could listen. I granted you're still doing the same kind of booking, but it's just something that at least it's a little bit more spontaneous.
I saw the video after where he was getting analyzed by the doctor, the physician that they have over there. You could that collarbone did not look right, dude. I think his shoulder was still dislocated.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the video, and he's like, he couldn't even lift up his arm. He couldn't do anything. I was like, this guy's gonna.
And listen, I'm just saying, kudos to these guys and Karrion Kross and himself, like, because just to continue on is phenomenal.
Injury aside, how badass did Karrion Kross look in that fucking match?
Oh, yeah. The clips I seen, I loved it, but I said tomorrow morning, cup of coffee. Takeover. That's the first thing I want to watch.
Ladder match was very good. I was not happy with the result of the ladder match, but we did call Damian Priest.
We all knew it was going to happen.
We knew that Corbin Hernandez was going to win. So Puerto Rican punishment Martinez.
Yeah.
But
Puerto Rican Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, terrific.
Great value Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, great. That's
Great value Marilyn Manson.
I mean,
Will you stop?
The Remco version.
Remco.
Next year for Chabi's birthday, I'm getting a cameo from Punishment Martinez.
I'll chip in for that, Jay. What did we get him this year? We got him 2 Cold Scorpio, right?
That was dope.
Yeah.
If you get me a cameo with him, I swear to God, I will put you in the cross jacket and I will choke your ass out.
I'm so doing it.
I'm going to call it the tourniquet in honor of Marilyn Manson.
And then you know what you're going to do, Jay?
Fuck his ass, make him humble.
But
like old country gypsy.
Oof. What'd you think of the match with Io Shirai and Dakota Kai? It was all right. I'm not a Dakota Kai fan.
I'm not a Dakota Kai fan.
I can't get behind her.
I was telling Fallon this the other night when we were watching it. I said I just can't invest in
She's
her.
not a fan either. She told me she's not a fan.
And she's not bad.
No,
like
I like her as a
bad.
heel. Like the stuff with her against Tegan Knox was
that
great.
schnoz all over her.
What about Puerto Rican China? So
that schnoz all over her needs to go, man. I'm sorry. She like her nose is already in the ring before she gets there. So I mean, like, I can't get into it. All joking aside, I can't get into Dakota Kai. She's not a good babyface. She's not a good heel. They tried so hard to make her like Bailey when she was a babyface, and it just didn't work.
Yeah,
the Remco Baron Corbin.
Who said it? Was Squires?
Shaylin. Squires had to leave, but he said, "Make sure we talk about Jim Neidhart's penis hat."
Oh yes,
SummerSlam. When
yes.
He has yeah.
We'll talk about Jim Neidhart's penis hat.
Oh Lord. But I thought the show was was a very good show.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
I don't like him, but he did really well.
He was impressive, right?
He was impressive.
He's an athlete. He's a really good.
Yes.
Me and Jay called it. Like,
yeah, and the fact that he's a super fan helps as well. So like, who knows how long 2 weeks, but he's been training probably a lot longer.
No, because Rip Rogers trained him.
Yeah,
because after he retired from the NFL, he went to Rip Rogers School and he got trained.
Oh,
with Rip.
right away he did.
Yes,
oh,
he
I
did.
didn't know that.
Because he said before he got into football, he's always wanted to be a professional wrestler.
He's a huge wrestler. He did something in his studio. I know you guys want to get it, but he had Office Championship Wrestling, where he had these stupid ass characters. He had a half-ass ring built in his studio.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually
fight
pretty
him.
funny. It was actually pretty funny.
Are you-
Hey, put the belt up.
You gonna put the belt on the line?
Against Pat McAfee, I would kill. Now you see, you give me a real belt, I'm gonna kill somebody for that.
Yeah, call him out now.
I'll call him out. let me drink. I'll have a couple of cocktails
Yeah.
this weekend. I'll cut a promo.
But yeah, like I said, I can't wait for that match. I can't wait for the Keith Lee Karrion Kross match, especially for that.
You'll like it a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
especially with the feats of strength that Karrion Kross does in that match. It's unreal.
His promo on Thursday though, Wednesday, we had to give the title up.
That was such a babyface move though.
But he was like, let's just know that whoever gets this is like they're on the clock. And he put the belt down with the fucking hourglass next to it. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Though.
Pretty cool.
I was telling Phil in pre-production. I listened to Busted Open.
Yes.
With LaGreca.
Thank you for reminding me.
And Bully Ray. And they were not happy with none of the WWE shows this weekend.
Yeah, even NXT.
They loved TakeOver. They loved SummerSlam, but then Raw and NXT just kind of killed it for them. Because it's in terms of storyline purposes, I agree with Bully Ray, and I don't agree with Bully Ray a lot in some opinions of his.
It's true.
But in terms of storytelling, why the fuck would you let Karrion Kross surrender the title the way he did? He did it as a babyface.
Yeah.
And you don't do that. You're a monster fucking heel. You fucking scared off fucking Keith Lee to Raw.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because Keith Lee was on Raw, and then he pretty much told Lee.
It would actually almost, like you said, storyline purposes, it would almost make more sense to have Keith Lee in the four-way, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense to have him there?
But now, forget it now.
Yeah.
Now we move on, and you're like, I still don't understand why they had him do it like that, because he's a monster heel. Could you imagine, like, in storyline purpose, Karrion Kross, a badass like himself, would just be like, just hand it so easily?
Yeah,
to,
well, that's the whole idea.
Regal?
But you want to blur the line between work and shoot.
Yeah.
You know? So in that sense, the desired effect that they got was completely backwards.
And then moving on to the tag team title match.
Yes.
Which was very, very good. My guys, Imperium, they put over Breezango. Breezango are the new NXT tag team champions. Way
overdue.
Hey, Double A, how are you, sir?
Way overdue for them to win a.
They've never had titles.
Never.
They've never had titles.
Fandango should have been at least Intercontinental Champion in 2013.
He was so over.
The
night of Mania.
He was white hot after Mania.
I think that was a little tongue in cheek though, because it all started. It started as like a rib against WWE.
It was a joke,
but then it got over.
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
Over.
Yeah,
he was white hot. He should have been at least IC champion at least once. He hasn't won a belt until now. The guy's almost 40 years old, and you're going to give a belt now?
Yeah.
Come on.
They were good, though, man.
Tyler Breeze should have been NXT champion, should have been US champion, IC champion, cruiserweight champion, and you're going to give him the NXT. Well, he's still young. He's only like
What do
30.
they call him? Prince Pretty?
Prince Pretty.
I like that.
He was his seasonal residence was in fucking Sweden or something.
It changed it changed
every week.
It changed every week.
It's like DiBiase. He had his residency.
I remember one time he said his seasonal residence was in Portugal.
Yeah.
That was fucking great. But I really like Tyler Breeze. He was like the Shawn Michaels at one point, because whenever, I don't know if you remember the early days of NXT, when he would leave the building, they were like,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Breeze has just left the building.
Yeah.
Like, that's how Shawn Michaels thing
Absolutely was.
But I'm very happy for these guys. They finally won a title. I hope they win more. As more, I wish they get more accolades as their careers roll on. They're a very good team.
Yeah, like I said, once again, they started as a comedy team, and the Ascension. Well, it's funny how they're almost like the reverse of the Ascension. The Ascension were badasses
in NXT,
and then they go to WWE, whatever step up, call up, whatever the fuck you want to call it,
and they were a joke.
And then, but Breezango started as a joke, but now they're they're still a little funny comedy in ways, but most ways the ring action is great.
Now that Imperium has dropped the belts, something kind of popped into my head the night they dropped the belts. I think NXT UK is going to start up again.
Oh, and then
Well, they made several references to Volta. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to start up again.
And they'll go back.
Either they have it at the Performance Center or they go back to England and start doing the shows all over again, but with like limited capacity.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I would see these guys drop the belts, because they drop the belts really fast. You know,
Wade Barrett on the stick now.
Yeah.
He was saying that.
I love Wade Barrett. He's such a good stick man.
Yeah.
I like he was
good in NWA.
Very well spoken,
Yeah.
gentleman. He knows how to convey what the fan wants to know about the match, and he's smart. Could you imagine him and maybe like Michael Cole calling like a Monday Night Raw,
SmackDown,
or a SmackDown?
I'm not mad at that.
That would be fucking phenomenal.
Well, he's also got like a pretty entertaining voice and like a real distinct. Nobody really has that kind of voice. You actually do it decent.
I thought when he was wrestling, he was so underutilized. I mean,
oh god,
that guy could have been a world heavyweight champion.
I love the bad news fucking with the scaffolding.
Oh, that was great.
I believe I got some bad news for you.
Oh man, Bad News Barrett was so
Jamie
good.
Sterling said it just proved that Vince is out of touch. He's sort of a smart guy, but can't get the appeal of smaller guys.
He cannot. You're right. I agree. I mean, Vince has always had a hard on for guys that are like 6'5" and 300 pounds. I mean, like look at his track record in terms of champions. I mean, like they've all been pretty big guys.
But how tall?
It's
how
been
tall is
confirmed
Cena?
NXT UK is
Cena's 6'2".
Oh, it's been
next month.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm sorry.
NXT UK's come back.
See, I knew it. There you go.
Yeah.
I just popped into my head for some reason. But
or October, September, October.
So Cena's 6'2", 260 pounds. So was Austin. Triple H was 6'4", 260 pounds.
Whoa. Triple H is the number 6 man in the top pay-per-view buys of all time. All right. I looked this up today. Could you imagine?
Jay did homework
while he was on vacation?
No, while he was here.
And I blew my mind.
It blew his mind.
It fucking,
Mind
You sure
blown,
you didn't blow somebody else instead?
Nah.
I'm kidding. No, continue.
I'm trying to get a job with the E. Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Will you stop?
Will you stop?
Will you stop?
Will you stop?
There's, like his track record with champions, though.
But like
look
you
at
said-
the Ultimate Warrior.
But it's and we'll talk about that later, because you could see that he had to still promoted a double main event. You still have to have Hogan on there.
Yeah.
So like he does have a really bad track record, but then you could say guys like Daniel Bryan and then CM Punk and
Well, here's an Eddie Guerrero, another
Guerrero, Benoit,
guy. Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
I got to admit though, man, with a lot of the guys that have been picked out as champions, some of those guys were actually good choices. I mean, Austin was the perfect choice.
Oh, without a doubt.
To be the guy that runs the ball, takes the ball and just runs with it. Now, do I like when Roman Reigns, when they broke up the Shield and they were trying to put the rocket ship on Roman Reigns so fast, I thought it was a wrong move. And look what happened to him.
Yeah.
People just booed the fuck out of him.
Yep.
I think Vince needs to understand that you need to do it organically and just not try to like force feed people to force feed a superstar to a crowd.
That's what it is. You're supposed to take what we want and then put it together, not show us what you think we want.
Exactly.
It's two different things.
I don't even think he gives a shit what we want. I think he just wants to make money no matter what.
He hasn't given a shit in a long time.
I mean, look case in point, John Cena. John Cena has been the poster boy of the company for 15 fucking years. He was at one point. And now you look at the grand scheme of things, and who's the face of the company? Nobody.
Right now, nobody.
There's no face. You can't even. At one point, people thought that Roman Reigns was going to.
Well,
be.
they brought Roman back. What do you think about that?
I love it, and the fact and the possibility that he's a heel, I love it even more.
Yeah. Well, they left it open to interpretation because he attacked both Fiend and
exactly.
and Braun.
We got to go over the card. It's this Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't get this.
I don't understand.
Was it payback?
Yeah, we just went through SummerSlam. You're gonna give us another pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Here's another thing.
I like that shirt though.
Wreck
everybody
and leave. That's why people are thinking that he's part of Retribution.
I wonder if that's it. I mean, that makes sense to me.
What, you want to go over the matches? Or?
Yeah, let's do it because I don't even know what the matches are.
All right. I see. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Big E versus Sheamus.
I like that because you have to get Big E over.
Big E's gonna win, and I'll tell you why. Because Sheamus is already past his prime. and he looks.
You want
great.
the high cross fella? Sorry.
He's past his prime. He needs to make Big E a star.
Yeah.
And Big E's on his way, on his ascension.
I
up.
think so too.
So I think Big E's gonna win.
Finally.
Long overdue.
Way overdue.
100%. IC title match: Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles, the rematch.
Oh God. Why is there so much? Why do they keep giving opportunities to Jeff Hardy? I never saw anything in this motherfucker. This guy, Matt Hardy, was way better than Jeff. I'm sorry. I know that Jeff had the colored hair, the face paint, and all the flashy fucking spot monkey moves, but his matches were like okay. I mean, I remember him fighting Rob Van Dam for the hardcore title. Rob Van Dam made him look like $1 million.
Rich Roman doesn't need a fucking vest. You see his abs,
bro. He's fucking jacked, bro.
I was agreeing with you with everything you said until you said all his matches were just okay. He had great matches.
I thought his run with CM Punk was pretty pretty dope.
And let alone that was, like you said, one of my favorite SummerSlam matches too. Was him against Punk in the TLC match, 2009, 2010, something like that.
I remember his match with Randy Orton for the WWE title when he came back in I think it was like Royal Rumble 2008. And I'm thinking like, oh, this match is gonna be fucking amazing. It was okay. It was average. I'm expecting like a 5-star classic. It was okay. And then I kept and I wanted to follow Jeff Hardy, but every time he did a match, I'm like, okay. Oh, I was just like, it was.
Yeah. Well, like I said, and then tonight, Sami Zayn came back and he's holding a belt. So now
Sami Zayn came back?
Yeah, he came back tonight. I just read before we went on.
What belt is it?
He had the IC belt. He was the IC champ.
He took his belt home with him.
Oh,
yeah.
So that means he's gonna do the Shawn Michaels gimmick.
Yeah,
now.
which is gonna be kind of cool to
Is he a babyface?
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna say he's coming out. He has like a bushy beard, long hair. So he's.
Why are they shoving Sami Zayn as a heel down our throats? Why can't he be a babyface?
Yeah, I like Sami Zayn on the mic.
So do I.
I like him. I like that annoying because he's been on Jericho's podcast a handful of times.
Yeah,
and people have said like how he's an acquired taste. Like he's just always constantly his mind's always constantly going. So like he'll like just talk and talk and talk. So like you can kind of see that come out.
Double A said, "What about the Hardy Taker match, the ladder match?"
Oh yeah, from what is that? 02?
I think
03?
It was 02, maybe.
That was 2002. That's
Double A. What year was that?
That was 2002 for sure.
Yeah.
2002. And but like I said, I was agreeing with you because Matt Hardy is he is the better creative mind. He is. I would even venture to say he was probably the better all-around wrestler because Jeff Hardy is just excitement. Matt Hardy can do psychological.
To me, in terms of psychology, Matt Hardy was a much better worker. He could take a character, like for example, the V1 character. I thought it was like one of the best things of 2003.
It was
Shannon Moore was with him.
Yeah,
what is
MFers?
Matitude.
The Matitude,
Yeah.
and then he had like the stupid video that
2002.
Oh yeah,
the Matt
Thank you,
facts. The Matt facts.
the Matt
Facts.
Yeah,
They were doing it on AEW.
my
recently.
my favorite was Matt Hardy could keep a room at toasty 98 degrees. I love those. See, that was entertaining. And then you went to Matt Hardy and Edge's feud,
which had real heat.
Oh
though.
my God, it was so good. And then that was when he was trying to become a serious Matt Hardy. And then he leaves the company, reinvents himself, becomes broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Delete. Dude, when he popped up in Ring of Honor that one time, we went to
the Bucks of Youth.
Yeah.
You ramshackled rednecks and you spot monkeys. Yo, we lost our shit, but
yo, that crowd was hot.
Yeah, dude, we all
showed up. Yeah.
But yeah, I you know what? God bless him because he's gotten so much shit in his life, and
yeah.
But I would love to see AJ Styles get the belt, but it's going to be Jeff Hardy retaining.
Okay, let's move on. Hold on a second here. King Corbin versus Matt Riddle. This was supposed to be on SummerSlam, and it didn't make it.
Yeah.
Why is Baron Corbin still on TV?
Because
they like him.
They like him. I think he's great.
Just like they like Baron Martinez. I mean, like, come on.
I listen.
Punishment Corbin.
Matt Riddle's got to go over because listen,
he's in tears.
Damian King.
King Martinez.
How
about this? The King of New York, Damian Corbin.
We're here all week, kids. Try to veal.
Oh my God, he looks like he looks like a jacked up Marilyn Manson, but with low key's voice.
The beautiful Rican. The beautiful Rican. I hate him. I have to go with Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
so.
Riddle's gonna win.
Yeah, Riddle.
All right. Does Dominic finally turn on Ray against Rollins and Murphy?
Yes. No,
I think it's too soon.
I've been asking for this for months.
it's too soon. I think
Pop his other eye out. I'm sorry.
I think Ray and Dominic are going to win this because
Yeah.
Seth has won the past two pay-per-view matches, so I think it's going to be Dominic.
Finally, yeah, the father-son moment. I mean,
I think Dominic is going to pin Seth.
unless there could be some kind of stuff where Ray's taking too much of the match. Ooh, I wouldn't mind a Dominic turn because Ray's taking too much of the match, and all of a sudden he gets pissed off and goes, "Hey, Dad, what's going on here? This is my time." So you never know.
Nah, I'm going to go with Dominic and Rey Mysterio are going to win this.
Okay.
I'm going to make a bold statement on this next match. Keith Lee will beat Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, I agree. And you know why? Because Drew McIntyre shenanigans.
You want the high cost fella? Oh, sorry, wrong guy.
Yeah.
You want the brogue? Oh no, wrong guy.
You want the Claymore?
Yeah, Claymore.
You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Keith Lee.
Keith Lee's going to win.
Yeah.
After such a shitty debut on Monday Night Raw, he's got to win.
For the United States Championship, Apollo Crews versus Sloppy Lashley.
Apollo Crews is going to win that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Has to.
But speaking of, let's go back to Keith Lee. Why the fuck did they cover his body up with a different ring gear? Why?
Because I'm Vince McMahon. I don't want the black guy naked on TV.
This is good shit. This is great shit.
He's got no definition.
He's got no muscle.
He's gonna shit himself.
Never mind.
Never. And
Get Paul on the phone.
And then they changed his music.
Yeah.
That was the so apparently I was on a rant on Tuesday, by the way. You can download that on rantemradio.com. Cheap plug, ring the bell. The rant every Tuesday at 9. And apparently Double A said there was a copyright issue. Songwriting.
Because they used to use
CEO, something like that.
They used to use CFO as the guys to make the music. Now that CFO is not part of WWE, every time they use their music, they get 50% of the royalties from the music. So now they're trying to tweak the music around so that way they don't have to pay them anything. And,
which is stupid because they used a fucking Metallica song for NXT that's over a year old already.
And then and then what was the other thing? CM Punk used Cult of Personality for so many years, and they paid royalties to fucking Cult Living Color. Motorhead for fucking Triple H for years.
But that might have been a working relationship thing too.
Fuck you. Stop being Deontay, okay? All right, stop.
Might have been.
No. I refuse. Evolution with Motorhead. Come on.
Evolution is a mystery. I love that song.
So do I. I love it too.
I love that song.
Evolution.
I think Motorhead was probably the best combination with
I saw Motorhead open up. I saw Motorhead and Dio open for Iron Maiden at Jones Beach.
I love Iron Maiden sucks.
I unfortunately
suck.
I know I do.
as a music fan, I got into Motorhead 2 years too late because I was like, oh man, this is pretty good, and then fucking Lemmy dies.
Hey babe, you wrote it. I'm sorry.
Choppy's a pain in the ass.
What was that, Louis Armstrong?
No,
the Ace of Spades.
Yeah, but
is in the sky.
But yeah,
I don't wonder why.
But like I said, and it's funny because I'm going to say that tonight too. It was one of the things. They had such great entrance music with Jim Johnston. Why would you get rid of this fucking guy?
Well, what happened?
Hold on, Mr. Rob Domingo checking in. Stop being Deontay. Jay the WWE stooge.
I told you. But I think Keith Lee's going to win that match with Randy Orton.
Their voice is in the sky.
But yeah, Keith Lee over.
Yeah. Next match.
The Universal Champ. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Women's Tag Championship. Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
I think it's crazy. This match should not even be on the fucking card. Why? No. Because Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax were just put together as hey, we have nothing for you kind of scenario.
Let's just try it.
We're just gonna put you guys together, and this is what WWE does. If they don't have nothing for you, they just put you in some makeshift tag team, and then they give you a title, and then they give you a title shot for the tag belts. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to win.
Yep.
And that's what my pick is going to be: Nia Jax and female Baron Corbin
Baron Blazer.
Baron Blazer.
Yeah.
Shayna
Shayna
Corbin.
Corbin.
We're here all night.
We're here all night, kids. Try to feel.
The queen of spades over there.
The ace of spades. Sorry.
Yeah, they're gonna win against and that's gonna start the feud with Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah.
Finally.
Because
not for nothing. They've been killing it on TV though.
No, I love.
It's getting
heel
a little
Bailey.
stale, but they're really good.
I
though.
love heel Bailey.
You like Soccer Mom Bailey, huh?
I do. I like that heck. Well, I like that.
Yeah, that chin needs to
Buttocks,
get,
too.
that chin needs to fucking go. She'll give you a blowjob and
She's
you
got the Alex Ross Superman jaw.
she'll give you a blowjob and then chin you right in the nuts at the same time.
Chin you in the nuts.
Hey, some people pay extra for that.
Like my Motorhead.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
That sounds like
add it to the list. The ever growing list of impressions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Try. I'm here.
How's it going? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's Mort Goldberg. Oh God, Henry. All right. The Universal Championship: Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman, and a returning Roman Reigns in a no holds barred match.
I don't know who's gonna win this.
I hope Roman wins because he has a cool T-shirt.
I hope Roman Reigns wins too. But
Dumb observation, but if it's a triple threat match, why does it have to be specified as a no holds barred? Isn't every triple threat match
not even
disqualification?
not even that though. Why Roman has been gone for 5 fucking months? Why does he get a world title shot right away?
Because
creative has nothing for you.
Because he's the leader of Retribution.
Well, that's what I'm
Retribution. Sorry.
Crosses the line.
Line in the sand.
I don't know who's gonna win. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a lot of shenanigans in the match. If I had, I'm gonna go with I like Roman Reigns, so I'm gonna pick Roman Reigns just because I like him.
As heel. Like,
I don't care if Roman Reigns got new teeth. He looks cute.
He's got new teeth.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that Randy Orton made fun of him on Twitter. He put a horse's face and Randy Orton's and Roman Reigns' face right next to
got
one.
what do they call those? The veneers.
What is it called?
Chick with
Veneers.
teeth.
I think they call it veneers.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you
I
get
got terrible teeth.
Did you get veneers
No.
yourself?
No, I got fucking crooked ass teeth.
You do?
My bottom
I got a
row.
crown cost almost $500 yesterday.
Well, you're
Fucking depressed.
Well, you're royalty now, and now that you're the champ, you can pay
I'm
for
the
that.
champ.
You can pay for that.
You got to
shit
be
now.
photogenic.
Only the face of mother can love. I'll tell you.
My mother don't love me on my face.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, seeing as you're the champ, you got to stop picking up more bar tabs now, buddy.
Ric Flair style.
Yeah.
I spilled more liquor.
I spend more money on spilled liquor.
than your house is worth, or whatever the hell he said. Oh man.
What are you gonna do about that?
Now you must fall.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
I got a belt now.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight motherfuckers now. King Rhea, she says. I don't know about all that.
King Rhea.
Yeah, I'll give you something to crown.
King Kong Rhea.
King Kong Rhea. Anyway, that's gonna be payback this weekend. This Sunday.
No WWE title match.
That was it.
Isn't that something, huh? No, nothing with Drew McIntyre. Creator's got nothing for you, pal. No match with Drew McIntyre.
I don't
huh?
see Drew
No,
McIntyre.
What about Drew Galloway? Anything for Drew Galloway?
Hey, well, they better.
Are we doing this intermediate booking again?
Real quick, AEW.
Yes.
MJF was gold.
Loving it.
I saw the clip online. That was really good. I didn't see the show, but the clip was nice.
I'm loving everything MJF right now.
What about the match between Moxley and the lawyer?
You see who made his debut, but he got his fucking ass handed to him by Lance Archer? Shawn Maluda.
Oh, get out.
Yeah. I was listening to Jericho's podcast with Lance Archer on there, and Lance was really good. Really good.
He's like, you know why, Jake? Because everybody dies. Because he's in Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Battle Royale. Britt Baker's handler, what's her name? Rebel?
Oh, Rebel.
She's cute.
Oh, gorgeous.
What a shit locker on her, man.
Yep, she's cute.
I want to do terrible things to her.
I tell you, Britt Cole, she's a good worker.
Britt Cole's a good worker.
Yeah.
Brody Lee, his TNT championship celebration.
Yep.
With the coffins and
whatever. The gauntlet match. So Hangman Page messes up the Bucks, and they threw him out of the elite.
I do kind of like
him out
that.
of the elite. He's out of the elite. Choppy called it.
You calling it? You
Choppy
saying it's gonna
called
go?
it.
And how do you feel about Tully managing FTR now, huh?
Oh, I like it.
FTR and Hangman Page.
It does. Listen, but now
He's got his Barry Windham. He's got his On and Tully.
But now, do you say that Sean Spears stays or?
Fuck that! They're gonna kick his ass out of that. Are you kidding me? Tully, Sean Spears is a fucking loser.
Oh, I disagree.
So the lawyer is apparently his name is Smart Mark Sterling. He's one of the he's one of the hosts of Off the Top Rope, a longtime pal of Brian Myers, Prince of Queens. By the
Yeah,
way.
Mark Sterling sounds familiar. I just
And
don't.
Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
And also buddy to MJF, one of the Long Island guys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, MJF's from Long Island.
Fuck Long Island. I'm joking.
But as the Queens guy, you have to say "fuck Long Island," right? Like it's like
I don't
like,
have to. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
Because I have a belt now. I'm just gonna challenge everybody.
Fuck Queens.
Fuck Queens.
fuck Jersey.
Fuck exactly. That's what I'm saying, dog. Fuck
I
Jersey.
don't live in Jersey.
No, you don't.
No, but you're a Jersey enthusiast.
I love Jersey.
Choppy's a pain in the ass.
Jersey has better food, except not better pizza though. Better pizza's in New York.
No, better pizza here, sir. Except for Matt's Place. Matt's Place has good pizza.
Oh, and some,
yeah?
and- yeah.
Pizza Vita's.
I am
Bowman?
It's a
Bowman
fine,
has, yeah, I heard.
fine establishment.
I heard.
Fine establishment. I have to go back there. I like that place.
Mhm.
This is delightful.
See,
What's up? Anyway,
But
Rob's from Long Island. Strong Island. I'm from Long Island. How you doing? My name is Jennifer.
Rob is not from Long Island. He's from Japan. Get out of here.
What?
but you
Will you stop?
Will you stop?
Doesn't he speak Japan?
He don't speak Japan.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does. Yeah, that's right.
He does speak Japan. What are you talking about?
yeah, when you saying that it's going to be it's next week, Janela against Jericho.
Oh, Jericho and Janela next week on
I
Dynamite.
kind of like that. I hope he kind of like obviously he's got the match with Orange Cassidy, but
Rob's probably scratching his head going,
No es Tito Santana. No es Ricky Steamboat. No es nobody. Yeah, nunca. Yeah.
And nunca.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Nunca means like never.
yeah.
nada. Yeah.
Nada. No es Tito Santana. No es Ricky Steamboat.
And the 8-man tag match, Janela, like we mentioned, Sonny Kiss, Brian Pillman Jr., and Griff Garrison versus the Butcher and the Blade and Lucha Brothers with Eddie Kingston.
Oh, I love it. Love Eddie Kingston there.
How funny. Imagine if this 4 horseman group gets formed. And then it starts like, and then Hangman Page leaves the group, becomes his own person, and then they get Brian Pillman Jr. in the group, and that'd be because Pillman Sr. was was a horseman as well.
He was for 5 minutes, yeah.
But now I seen that he was on AEW again, and is he not signed by? I thought he was signed by MLW.
Who?
Brian. Pillman
Well,
Jr.
Well, here's the thing. Thunder Rosa was signed by the NWA, and she's going for AEW.
She's fighting Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
Speaking of the NWA, oh wait, did you see Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy in the table match?
Yes, I did. That was good.
That was pretty good. Speaking of the NWA, it released today. So Thunder Rosa, Billy Corgan is working with the NWA with AEW.
Good. It's a smart move. Listen. You got to get if you're hurting for money.
Could you imagine if Thunder Rosa walks away with both belts that night?
Can you imagine if Nick Aldis shows up?
Oh,
He's gonna have to.
against Moxley. Oh,
Junior Moxley. But speaking of Nick Aldis, he was challenged by fucking Mike Bennett,
which is awesome.
Which I'm not
like.
mad at that. Man.
I like it.
Mike Bennett needs to get his shit together.
yeah, Mook Bennett. He fucking sucks. I never liked Mike Bennett, but you want to know something? It's interesting.
All right, let's run down the
let's run his ass. Let's run his family's name down. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's run down the Summer Struggle. The Summer Struggle.
How the hell did he land fucking Maria Kanellis? Man? I mean, I like Mike. I
think she landed on his lap. That's what happened.
I like Mike Bennett. I loved him and Taven together.
The Kingdom.
But
I tell you right now, he has a sick pile driver.
He does.
Yeah.
The package pile driver.
Yes,
correct. Tomorrow is the Summer Struggle finale in Jingu Stadium. In
what stadium?
In Jingu Stadium.
I thought you said something else.
No.
Easy.
I don't want to offend anybody. I went on a tirade this morning.
Easy.
In Miji Jingu Stadium in Tokyo. All right, so here's your matches. Master Wato versus Kanemaru from Suzuki-gun. The KOPW final 4-way match: Desperado, Sonata, Okada, and Toriano. Sonata's going to win that. That's Choppy's favorite. This match I'm very much looking forward to.
No es Sonata. No es
Yano.
No es Yano. No es Tanahashi.
This match is gonna be a barn burner. The Never Openweight Championship. The Dragon Shingo Takagi taking on Minoru Suzuki.
Oh yeah.
And Suzuki said he'll even fight him in the parking lot. He said in the press conference yesterday. Choppy's favorite light heavyweight, Ishimori, the Bone Soldier. Bone Soldier's ready.
Bone Soldier is ready.
Taking on the Time Bomb, Takahashi for the strap.
Damn, he's gonna.
The IWGP Tag Team Championship rematch. Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. defend against the Ace and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Aces.
Wow.
No, it's Tanahashi.
No, it's Kota Ibushi.
No, I like Kota Ibushi. Fuck you.
I love Kota.
I love Kota
Yeah.
Ibushi. But Tanahashi can go.
You're bugging, man.
Fuck him.
And for the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championship,
Ain't that something, huh?
Tetsuya Naito goes against Evil.
There's no way Evil's dropping
Yeah,
the belts.
Evil.
Everything Evil.
Evil is a superstar. Huh?
Yeah.
He's going to retain the white belt because it's made out of cream of the crop. Oh.
So before we go to break, I want to touch on the Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what we do every fucking year. Oh, well, Bob Armstrong passed away.
Yes. I was gonna say.
So rest in peace.
He was 80.
Good guy, though.
Good for him.
That's a hell of a run right there.
He
He wrestled like a number of years ago. Like
He was on TNA. He wrestled on TNA.
Yeah.
in his 60s.
Yeah.
Colonel Rob Parker cut a nice promo for him.
Fuck him.
Anyway, so Johnny Moxley is number one, ranked number one,
Why?
because it's what Nick Jerem posted yesterday.
Why is he number one?
Well, I you have to admit, we were
You know what?
talking
You know
about it a
what?
little
I don't
bit
have to admit
pre-production.
shit.
You have to admit him leaving the E and then going to AEW was big news, and he did push the needle a little bit. I'm sorry.
Jay,
That's
go
what
ahead.
he thinks about. That's what Choppy thinks about it. I don't know. I don't. I think you can insert in the list,
All right,
and it would be fine.
Well, we'll do the first three.
You want me to do it?
Hold on.
You got it?
I got the first three here. So Moxley was the number one. Adam Cole.
I like I said,
responded.
my personal thing. Adam Cole should be number one.
So
I agree too.
Adam Cole wrote, and I quote, "Number two, huh? All right. See you soon, 2021. Hashtag Adam Cole, baby. Hashtag number one.
Yeah.
And number three was?
Number three was Drew McIntyre.
No, number three was
Jericho. I'm sorry.
And if you put Jericho at number one, that's what I was saying. Like, to me, the top three they were interchangeable.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. Breaking news: Roman Reigns is now a Paul Heyman guy.
No.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
Get out.
Yeah.
I told you Roman's getting.
That's fucking awesome.
Wait, so he just came out like Paul Heyman came out with him?
And advocated for it.
That's fucking awesome. That's great booking.
Game changer.
That's
Thank
a
you.
huge game changer.
Good. I'm
Hey,
buying
if he's not a heel now, oh my god.
no, it's Paul Heyman. No,
Roman Reigns is a superstar.
Uh-huh. All right, so Johnny Moxley number one, Adam Cole number two, Jericho number three. Choppy, what's the rest of that list? Top
Number
10?
4, Drew McIntyre. Number 5, Tetsuya Naito.
Naito.
Number 6, Kazuchika Okada.
He should have been number one.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck your hand.
Fuck your hand.
Go eat a bag of Richards, all right?
I'm going to.
Oh, good for you.
Big fat bag of it.
Number 7, Cody. And number 8.
He should have been higher. I'm sorry.
I agree.
He should have been
Yeah, I
higher.
agree.
He
Absolutely.
should have been 3. Jericho should have been 4.
Number 8 is the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
The shit sire.
Number 9, I feel should have been a lot lower on the list, was Kofi Kingston.
Me want Kofi Kingston.
Well, Kofi had a
Me want Screwface.
Me want Screwface.
he had a great end of last year. So I think he's in or around where he should be.
Number 10, AJ Styles.
Word.
I think. Well, listen.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I think it's good. It fits.
Number 11, Limitless Keith Lee.
I think that's. I think that's a good spot.
glory.
Yeah. Number 12, the mayor of Suplex City, Brock Lesnar.
Which I thought that was really weird that he's. I listen. Is he driving tickets?
The cleaner, Kenny Omega.
Goodbye.
Number 13.
And good night.
Number 14,
Now Paul Heyman.
Roman Reigns.
I like it.
Can you imagine the the stories with Heyman and Roman Reigns together. If Roman Reigns wasn't a heel before, now he's definitely a heel with Heyman. That's awesome.
My cousin said he got new teeth. Now see what happens.
And now he's not gonna wear that fucking.
He got his smile back, Rich.
You mean he lost a smile before?
He lost his smile.
Anybody seen Richie?
He lost.
Oh, so that must have been the scene.
So
it just shows up.
Oh,
So he's backstage. Roman Reigns is backstage, and all of a sudden Paul Heyman comes in.
So wait a minute. So he went home to go find his smile.
Anybody seen Richie?
Oh Lord. Number 15. The man who holds the 10 pounds of gold. Magnus Nick Aldis.
Love Nick.
Number 16,
Love
the
Nick
Fiend,
Magnus.
Bray Wyatt. Number 17, what's his tagline? The Golden Ace, not the Golden Ace, the Golden Star.
Golden Star.
Mr. Kota
Cody
Ibushi.
yeah.
Ibushi. Number 18, Ring of Honor World Champion Roosh. The line cook.
He said, Choppy said in pre-production, he looks like a line cook.
At Mario's.
At Mario's. HB Reigns lost his smile and went home.
Anybody seen Richie?
HBR. All right. Number 19, the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And number 20, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. All right.
That should be good.
So, yeah, it comes out and people post it and whatever. So it's already on the interwebs.
And if you want to know what the rest of the list is, go to the rant. Nick German posted it up on there.
He did.
That's where I got my info from. That's where I get all my info from. The rant.
Scoops German.
She plug.
RantEMRadio.com, the premier network of Turnbuckle Throwbacks. Along with the Shining Wizards Network, along with Dark Satellite Media. Are we good with news that you can use?
Yeah, I think the news that you can use is I think that's pretty much it, right?
Anything else, John?
Squires, I gotta admit though, Squires made Jay look like
as Jay Quake, feeling the heat with Jay Quake.
As Gay Quake. I mean, that was all
Canadian Jay Quake.
I looked at that and I go, that's what I look like bold, huh? Doesn't look bad. I could pull that off.
You look great for a guy from Canada, I'll tell you.
Canada.
You mother Canuck.
You big Canuck, you.
So what's the cuisine like over there in Canada?
Oh.
Ratings McGee, Mott Spock said.
Ratings McGee. Oh, man.
All right.
No news. That's it.
No news you can use. Hey, how's your news? Would you like to sing? I'm sorry. Anyway, take a quick break.
What the fuck was that?
You never heard How's Your News from the Howard Stern Show?
I forget that. I don't remember.
What's the name of the organization, Jay? It's a bunch of mentally challenged people, and they have a news.
Oh, you mean Beetlejuice was on the one part of that?
Hold on a second, Jay. He's never heard it.
Oh, we're gonna get flagged again.
We're gonna get flagged again, but I don't care.
Fuck you. Who cares?
I don't care. Mega powers.
I mean, I've mentioned Greenpoint Barry on here. I mean, what's the point now? I mean, what did I say about Barry Windham? That he looked like a Polish woman with
it's okay
with Down syndrome.
Okay, so it's called How's Your News, and it's mentally challenged people interviewing people, doing a news show. So let me play this real quick. Hold on a second. None of the above. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? All right, ready?
Okay, let's go.
Roll.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, how's your news? Would you like to sing a tune?
I remember this now. I do remember.
Here comes Crackhead Bob. My favorite part right here. Hey, Drew! When I first started the podcast, Mega Powers came on with me. I played this every week and he fucking hated it.
Why?
Because he's Mega Powers.
What was he? PC Peggy?
PC Powers, PCP.
PC Powers.
Mega Powers, shout out, buddy. All right, let's take a quick break. Let's plug our friends. And we're done with the news. How's your news?
How's your news?
How's your news?
With the juice.
The news. Anyway, we'll be right back. With Turnbuckle Throwbacks, we're live on a rant.
I think I'm going to get a bagel real quick.
The streakers is still around, Jay. The streak is still around.
Yeah.
Eating on air.
It's got to be 17 weeks in a row.
Or maybe some raviolis. Who knows? You want a Diet Pepsi, Phil?
No. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
I'll get you one. Don't worry about it.
Shaylin said she's surprised Choppy wasn't dry heaving listening to that. Because Choppy has a fear of these.
No,
people.
I've actually got no. I don't have fear of mongoloids.
Listen, Brielle tells a story about Choppy in a restaurant where he couldn't eat because they would mentally challenge people across from him.
I used to get the skeeves.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Okay. When I had a situation when I was younger with my mom. We were eating at an IHOP. I was like 14. He's already laughing. And we were eating, and a group of people walked in, and a lot of them were like, drooling from the bottom lip down to the chin, and my mom was the same way as me. We got so disgusted with our meal because all I kept hearing was so there was this one time that there was another incident that me and Phil.
Yeah, well,
it was me, Phil, Brielle, Hammer, and Hammer was peeing in his pants because this is how funny how much he laughed. We were at a burrito spot, which is the name of the place was Burrito Spot. Believe it or not, it's on Victory Boulevard. Quick she plugged it. And there was a woman. They walked in with a hand, a metal hook for a hand.
Whoa.
And this is not. I swear to God, it was a woman with a metal hook.
So after the because Brielle tells the story about him in the restaurant with her, and she was so mad at him, like legit mad at him, right? Wasn't even joking around. So when this lady walked in, Brielle just looked at him and said, "Don't you fucking dare! Don't you?"
I went outside and I started driving. I was like,
he's dry heaving outside. My son is in tears. Like, legitimately, he's crying. I have to console him because not crying because he's upset.
Yeah.
Crying because he's hysterical laughing because his uncle's a fucking insensitive prick.
I'm definitely not PC Powers. I'll tell you right now.
You're definitely not PC.
I'm asshole Margasa, that's for sure. Motherfucker Margasa, I'll tell you.
Why does Hammer have Choppy on his cell phone wallpaper? Because Choppy's school picture looks like he was on the Challenger. That's why. Before it blew up.
Are you sure I wasn't mentally challenged at that point?
With that haircut. Your barber was mentally challenged.
Dude, I look like John Galecki from fucking Roseanne.
Hysterical. All right, we'll be right back. Later.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Okay, let's give this a try. The Shining Wizards is a funny wrestling podcast. No. The Shining Wizards is an insightful wrestling podcast. How about this? The Shining Wizards is a great wrestling podcast that airs live Monday nights at 7 p.m. East on rantemradio.com and Rant Entertainment Media on the TuneIn app. Of course, it's available on all podcasting platforms. I think that covers it. To check us out, go over to shiningwizards.com and get ready to join us for some wrestling talk and talk about wrestling.
I don't know.
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
In a world where Hollywood tries to tell you how to live while doing the exact opposite, where fresh ideas are tossed away for a cash grab reboot, where the media has become nothing but propaganda and freedom is traded for what they tell you is security and safety, there is Inconclusive Breakdown, your weekly look at current events and entertainment with no political correct BS. Just news and uncensored opinions, everywhere you get podcasts. A proud member of the Shining Wizards Network.
Horns up, beautiful motherfuckers. Radioactive Metal is here on the Shining Wizards Network, and we want you to listen.
Every week, we cover the world of heavy metal and speak to your favorite bands.
We discuss new releases, concerts, controversies, and everything else that's related to heavy metal.
And occasionally, we even talk about pro wrestling.
Catch us live every Thursday night on PureRockRadio.net.
Listen to past episodes at radioactivemetal.org or at shiningwizardsnetwork.com.
And remember, it's not metal unless it's radioactive metal.
Hey, this is Mike from the Midnight Jury. When you are done with this show, join my co-hosts Adam, Cal, Sydney, and I every Friday as we travel back to the last old school generation of the 80s and 90s to review the best and worst in pop culture, horror, and occasionally pro wrestling on WLWstudios.com or the Midnight Jury feeds on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Player FM. Go back in time when it was all about VHS, arcades, and hanging out at the mall. And remember that every second Saturday of the month, we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rant EM Radio, which includes taking your calls. Once again, that's the Midnight Jury on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, and our home, WLWstudios.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, this is the Queen of Extreme Francine, and you are listening to Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass Choppy on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks.
All right, we're back.
Jim Johnston. Killing it.
Jim Johnson was the man.
Killing it for the SummerSlam.
Feel the heat. He's gonna puke.
He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
What you got there? Are those Costco raviolis?
Got Ravrio.
Raviolis.
What do you call it before? Raviolis?
Raviolis.
Gypsy rollies.
Yo, my
Gypsy
homegirl
rollies.
Steph went to Leone's yesterday.
Where's Leone's?
It's on 73rd and 73rd and 15th, I think.
Where, Brooklyn?
Yeah. And I got some fresh mutts.
Yo, by the way, I don't know if you remember my text. They closed down, what's his name? Embers.
They closed down Embers. I'm not happy about that.
I'm very upset about that.
He's gonna puke.
He's gonna eat.
He's gonna eat.
Unbelievable. Although it does smell pretty good.
What a dick. He makes the fucking sounds. You're a douche.
You know, it's going to be a TV title.
That's right.
Oh, I want to fight people in the parking lot now. I took some anti-inflammatories for my knee. I'm all good.
He's mobile.
I'm mobile now. I can fuck people up now. Are you guys ready for your throwback?
I'm definitely ready. I can't wait for this motherfucker.
I can't wait either, actually.
And now, here is your throwback of the week, sponsored by the Shining Wizards Network and Rant EM Radio.
All right. August 27th, 1990, from the Philadelphia Spectrum.
30 years ago, huh?
It is The Heat Returns. It's SummerSlam 1990.
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Unbelievable.
19,304 paid.
In Philly.
In Philly. Vince McMahon, Roddy Piper on the stick. 3.9 on the buy rate.
That's a lot of money.
That's almost 4 million people, right, Choppy?
Is it 4 million or 400,000? That's what I was. So that's what made me go down this rabbit hole. I had to go down.
I'm pretty sure it's almost 4 million buys.
Yeah. The more number, the better.
Yeah. Sorry. We have a new gimmick coming to Patreon. I'll tell you guys after the show.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Is the brainchild of myself and Mr. Domingo.
Ah, there we go.
Anyway. All right. We had a dark match, by the way.
I know this dark match was interesting as fuck.
Playboy Buddy Rose taking on Choppy's boy, the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Oh, that's right. Shane Douglas was over here for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
He had a bit of an issue with Oli in NWA, so he left and then went to the E.
All right. You want to get into this? Who wants to start off?
I'll start it off. We had the first match was Power and Glory versus an injured Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Power and Glory.
When I first saw
great name.
When I first saw this match, at the time, I thought to myself as a 6-year-old, I was like, "Man, Power and Glory look unstoppable. They're gonna be the tag team champions one day."
Wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Rob just posted something on Chadwick Boseman passed away. The guy who played Black Panther.
No way! Stop.
43 years old of cancer.
Wow.
He had cancer?
Apparently.
Stop.
What a way to bring the show down. Thanks, Rob.
No way.
Hey, Rob just posted it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Really? He had cancer?
Maybe he didn't know he had it.
He had colon cancer.
Oh my God, it's the worst kind.
Yeah.
Really?
I fucking love that guy.
As Black Panther, he was amazing.
T'Chaka. Damn it.
What a shame.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Now I'm like,
what a douche. Choppy can't even eat.
No, come on.
No, let's be honest here. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. My God.
That's fucking tragic. We'll talk about it on Ghetto Geek Squad next episode. Okay. All right. Well, so let's get back into this real quick.
So, Chop, you were saying the Rockers against Power and Glory. Here's his team.
So, the fact that Hercules attacked Shawn Michaels with a chain looks so fake.
Well, it did because, one, the camera panned away.
Yeah.
And two, Shawn was hobbling to the ring. Before, he ran, but he wasn't running. So
hold on, Shaylin, I didn't see your post. I'm not blaming Rob. I'm thanking Rob. Relax there, fucking. Shaylin's like the fucking lowest lane now. Fucking Turnbuckle Throwbacks. Easy there, cha-cha.
All right there, Queen Rivera.
There, fucking Queen Rivera. Carry on. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
But yeah. So then he spent most of the match, or the whole match, on the outside, pretty much. And Marty Jannetty facing two guys.
Well, apparently, in the book, Shawn Michaels' book, he said that he was really fucked up.
Now, it's because there's two different stories. Is he heard it in a match against the Orient Express, which is horribly racist, or he heard it in a motorcycle accident. Like he wrote in a motorcycle accident.
He said it was a motorcycle accident.
Yeah,
it was not against the Orient.
And everybody else is saying that he heard it in a match, in a house match with.
I don't believe that.
Can I just mention Power and Glory didn't pay a lot of money for their ring gear? It was like half t-shirts.
they definitely got their gloves from Michael Jackson. That's for sure.
Yeah. But they really do have one of the best finishing maneuvers. Possibly still.
They were
now.
a short-lived team.
Yeah. Possibly still now.
What's the matter? You had a
floaty in there?
You had a floaty in there? You fucking.
I don't even know there was something in here.
Jesus.
But but to me, see that's one of my favorite finishing maneuvers. Is that's superplex into the splash.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
Phil doesn't like Jim Power, or not Jim Powers.
Paul Roma. I like Paul Roma and Power and Glory though.
Yeah.
I did. I like that team. It was when they threw them together and I think Slick.
Well, what was it? It was Roma got attacked by Dino Bravo,
something like that,
and then the Rockers came out, and then when he got up, he was blaming the Rockers.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, that's when
that Hercules Hernandez, who, mind you, I watched like a few things of Mid-South. Unbelievable performer.
Hercules was dude. He was in Japan for a while too.
Unbelievable performer.
Yeah, he was the man.
Like he looked like this big juiced up guy in WWE, but man, that guy can move.
You should have seen his tag team with him and Scott Norton in All Japan.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a team. What were they called?
I don't know what their team was called, but they were a really good team as well. That's when Hernandez was already getting close to the end of his career.
Yeah,
and he stopped looking like a bodybuilder. He started looking more like a power lifter, kind of like Scott Norton did.
But they were only a team for what, a year? Power and Glory, if even, because
Yeah.
Roma was WCW.
The Jurassic Powers, they were called.
That's what it
in
was.
All Japan. Yeah,
they're fucking animals.
I like I said. I mean, this match was all right. You know,
I enjoyed
for
it.
what it was. You know, it was, but you know, I guess at this point, why don't you just pull if Sean's hurt? Why don't you just pull it? And not that it's a nothing match, but you had
Marty Jannetty made the match pretty good though.
Oh yeah, and it shows you how good of a worker.
Well, the
Jannetty
Rockers
was.
were a good team.
They were a very good team. They were
team.
supposed to win the tag titles if it wasn't for that
ring mishap on Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, by the way, sidebar, we didn't talk about Jannetty killing the guy, have we?
We mentioned that he was allegedly.
He allegedly killed a pedo.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I thought it was a fine match for an opener. I mean, it probably would have been better if fucking HBK wasn't injured, but I was fine with it.
No, I agree.
I wasn't mad at that match at all.
Not at all.
6 minutes too.
Yeah, it was good. I think it was a fine opener. I'm pretty sure the fans were all bummed that the Rockers couldn't wrestle, but it was fine.
So the next match?
This next match, I was kind of. This is what I was saying about. We was talking about the flat finishes. This was a flat finish. Like the match was 5-6 minutes,
5.5 minutes,
and you gotta you sit there, and that's how it ends. Like Mr. Perfect, who was undefeated all the way up until WrestleMania, finally wins the title, and then
I can tell you right now why this happened.
Oh boy, let Jay finish his point.
And he loses on. Now I loved Perfect's promo after the match.
I loved it before and after. Both were
loved
great.
I loved the promo, and it made sense. But the stupid claw move and this stupid tornado punch, like that's what takes out Mr. Perfect. Like after building him up for so long.
Can I just say what did we talk about at the beginning of the show? What did Vince love?
Yeah, body guys,
big boys.
Was it just me, or did Mr. Von Erich look extra swole in this match?
Well, did you guys?
He looked more swole in this match than he did when he was in WCCW.
He absolutely did. Yes,
he almost was. He looked like he was bigger than fucking Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Did you by chance see the pre-match promo? He had neon yellow tights, and then he got to the ring.
Yeah,
and he had white tights. So honestly, he probably shit himself at some point.
Yeah,
or somebody said, "Perfect gear is fucking neon yellow. You got to get white tights." So it was so weird. Unless it was filmed the night.
No, they
before.
filmed those prior. That's probably why. Because there were times. There was the Hart Foundation promo.
Yeah.
Brett had his hair down, and then when he went out to the crowd, he had his hair in a ponytail. How fast can you do a ponytail to get? No, it was impossible. There's no way. But that promo from Kerry Von Erich. Oh dear Lord!
It looked like he was reading from a cue card.
It was so bad. I never understood the appeal of Kerry Von Erich.
In Texas, I understood it.
Even in Texas, I mean, like he was an okay worker.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of Kerry Von Erich.
Kevin was better than
Kevin was a lot better. David was the all around. Better.
David was the total package, minus the body.
Yeah, he doesn't have the body, but like they were so high on Kerry Von Erich just because of the way he looked.
Yeah.
Hey, big boy! Big boy!
Yeah.
I never, to this very day, I never understood the appeal. He couldn't talk.
No.
He first off, he didn't even have a whole leg. He had half of a leg in this match.
How many times? Well, he does like cancel. Like what's that saying? One-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. he put that one to bed today.
He couldn't even throw a proper drop kick.
Yeah. He had one leg.
Fuck him.
He had one leg.
So what?
So Mont Spock saying that spot, not your spot, not his spot,
Not the liver
spot.
Yeah.
But that spot was supposed to go to the barber, Bruce Beefcake.
Yes,
because he got injured.
Because he got injured, and then even digging a little bit further, it was supposed to go to the British Bulldog, who was going to come back after Japan. Him and Dynamite Kid had fallen out.
Yeah,
and something about they had visa issues. He couldn't come in. That's why he came in. I think for Survivor Series. I think he came.
It's the Survivor Series.
And so, but it was supposed to be Brutus Beefcake, but then he got into that terrible fucking accident with the knee to the face and destroyed his face.
I tell you, man. In terms of him getting injured outside of like a wrestling match, it's pretty apparent that Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah, he beat Brutus Beefcake with a magnet.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember the match between him and Hogan and IRS and
Yeah,
Money Inc. When he had that mask
Yeah.
to cover up the fact that he got smashed in the face with the Halliburton case.
So he found an Ultimate Warrior's fucking toy box.
They but that's what I mean. Listen, Brutus Beefcake beating Mr. Perfect at WrestleMania 6, coming to SummerSlam, that makes sense. Once again, we're talking about audibles. Now you don't have Beefcake. Bringing in British Bulldog, all right, makes sense. But now you got Kerry Von Erich. Just keep the belt on fucking Perfect.
And
that's all you got to do.
And how annoying was Vince McMahon kept saying he must have said Texas Tornado at least 100 times in the match.
How about Kerry Von Erich's promo? How many times he said about the tornado touching down? It's like you said it more things than Perfect said Perfect.
I'm sorry. I just did not like this match at all. It was just okay.
I just didn't like the ending. I just you put so much stock into Perfect, and then that's how you let him lose.
Who beats Texas Tornado? I forgot. Well, Perfect gets it back, right?
Perfect gets it back from him.
Yeah, because Perfect is a 2-time IC champ.
That's right. Okay.
And then Perfect ends up holding onto the title for
to the following SummerSlam.
And drops it to Brett.
Yeah, in New York at the
Madison Square
at the Garden.
At the Garden. And it's whatever. I didn't care for this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's pretty much just Vince loving body guys and shitting on the guys that deserve the accolades.
Well, at this point in my age, I was 14, 15, whatever it was. Wasn't rooting for Kerry Von Erich per se. I understood why he won though, because he was bigger than life, and
he came in with some steam.
He was the guy that they invested in because his brother passed away and his father had stroke, and when all the bridges started getting burned and they started dying and all that, and then when World Class folded, no one really went on except for him.
Yeah, he was gassed up. You could.
Oh no, he was definitely gassed up. Absolutely.
He looked like he had that Cro-Magnon look to his fucking face. He had like his head was swollen, dude.
Yeah.
Now the next match is sensational Queen Sherry, who wins by forfeit because supposedly Sapphire
with her great value cat's fucking outfit.
No, what do you mean, Psychosis Sherry?
Psychosis Sherry.
Like Psychosis. I was like, who is this? Psychosis?
Jay Quake and Psychosis Sherry.
Wow, Psychosis. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Psychosis.
What do you call it?
Psychosis Sherry.
Shaylin texted me on Instagram. She was like, "What does she look like? A reject from Cats?"
Yeah. Shaylin said in the chat room.
Oh
tonight.
my
Yeah.
god,
Putting herself over tonight.
So apparently Sapphire is quote missing.
Sapphire. I can't find her.
I can't find the Mean Gene.
This ain't my business.
This ain't my business, Gene. Even as the common man, he was fucking great.
Yeah,
fucking right, he was.
So Queen Sherry wins by a forfeit because Sapphire never shows up for the match.
Yeah,
and then wasn't there a promo after this? I forget.
With Dusty.
After this, right?
After it.
Yeah, and Dusty's money. I don't give a fuck if anybody liked the polka dots, and I love the polka dots on Dusty. The next match is the wow. You want to talk about gassed up? Holy fucking shit!
Do we know what happened to the Barbarian?
The Warlord.
No, but I'm saying, but we know. I know the Warlord is now so. This is like his first solo run.
Yeah.
With the singles run with Slick, and he's fighting Tito Santana.
That's a great. I think he might have gone to Japan.
He might have.
I think he went to Japan because he was very popular in Japan because of his size.
So the Powers of Pain have broke up at this point, and Tito Santana continues his streak of being on pay-per-views since WrestleMania 1.
I'll tell you right now, no es Tito Santana. Oh man, Tito.
No es Tito Santana.
No es Tito Santana.
No es Tito Santana.
Funny thing about this, it was supposed to be the blow off for fucking Martel, and Martel was out hurt.
Oh, the model. He was injured.
He was out injured.
I like
this
Rick.
is supposed to be the super blow off. You know, they had
Thunder
that.
Sherry.
Oh, that's just as good.
Jushin Thunder.
Matchbox later tonight. The Sherry promo. Mean Gene asked about the rumor of the missing person. Sherry's like, missing. I said nothing about missing. No, she said missing. Nothing about her about being a person. That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But it was supposed to be Tito against Rick Martel. That was something else I found interesting about looking in.
Strike Force.
Yeah.
Girls in cars.
I liked Rick Martel as the model. He was awesome.
Yes.
I like Rick Martel with anything. He was fucking dope.
He should have been Intercontinental Champion at least.
If he didn't get hurt in WCW, he would have had a big run.
With the television title?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But that was when WCW was going down. But he was in great shape.
But he was in great shape for his
1990.
age.
And he was already
He was old.
He was 40 at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe the 40 is old?
No, 40 is old back then because guys didn't go that long.
Yeah, I know.
It's actually not that old now if you look at
No,
it.
not that old
these
now at
days.
all.
He's got to be 60 something. He got to be 60 at least.
All the old conjures from WCW broke that fucking mold in the 90s.
But I really like the Warlord fucking just demolished him. He won with the running power slam, but like Tito actually nailed him with the fucking flying burrito. And that's what it was.
Extra hot sauce picante.
Oh,
I
my
always
God.
remember Bobby the Brain Heenan saying on WrestleMania 8.
Tito
What
said-
did you just say? Extra hot sauce picante?
It's fucked up.
That what do you call it? But it was just pretty much domination from fucking Warlord in this
Yeah.
match. Warlord was
Poor Tito. Tito deserves better than that. Poor Chico deserves better.
well,
than
he
that.
will get better next year when he becomes the El Matador.
El Matador.
Tito Santana.
And by the way, we glossed over.
Who is Tito Santana?
No, it's
Sorry.
Tito Santana.
We glossed over that Roddy Piper is doing commentary.
I liked his commentary.
I
on
liked
this.
it too.
Rodney the Piper.
He was abrasive.
As what's his face? would
Santino?
say. Santino. Rodney the Piper.
Yeah, he was a little abrasive at times, but for the most part,
You know what I liked about it? He was very heelish at certain points of of matches, but it was also very like McMahon, he's not like when they're doing the demolition match.
Paul,
Yeah.
where's the Mexican? Paul. I'm sorry.
What the fuck was that?
Paul, get that Mexican kid in this. Sir, you can't say Mexican. Oh, damn it. Sorry.
Get that special person in charge over here.
Yeah.
But it was squash.
Jesse Ventura left. Weeks prior.
Mhm.
They finally had their falling out, but I thought Piper's.
It was fine. I liked
commentary
it.
was good.
I liked it. And then we had some promos after this.
Yes, a lot of promos.
We had
after
a
this.
Heart Foundation promo. We had a
With Jim Neidhart and his penis hat.
yes,
Oh.
and then we had a demolition
His penis,
promo.
his penis beret.
Yeah.
Hello.
The demolition promo was really good, but then Crush fucking ruined it for me.
Oh, just
He
started speaking without a mic.
Oh,
Can he just shut the fuck up?
that the only thing that was good about with Crush was that mullet of his. Other than that, he was
Yeah.
fucking awful. He looked.
We
like,
should have a mullet of the night at the end of it. At the end of this, we'll have a mullet of the night.
Oof.
Crush is up there.
Crush
Kerry
is-
Von Erich, I think, wins though.
Was it really a mullet though?
Yeah, that's a mullet.
Hello, Frisco.
That's the definition of a mullet.
I don't know, man. I thought Kerry Von Erich was like dog shit.
All right, so this is 2 out of 3 falls, right?
This match was fun.
This match?
Match of the night.
Match of the night.
So-
Hands down.
So let's paint the picture. We've already had our disdain for Crush, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crush was fucking terrible. Shaka bra. Shaka bra.
Shaka bra.
Shaka bra. Ironically, he cost them. He lost twice for them
Yeah.
because Crush beats Brett at 6:09, right?
Yep.
And then Demolition gets disqualified at 10:06.
Correct.
And then Brett winds up pinning Crush
yeah.
with the
That
slingshot.
that shoulder block, that shoulder tackle with the
yeah.
slingshot. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love
That
that.
was very-
and then it was perfectly timed with the schoolboy
and the Road Warriors coming out.
Road
helping
Warriors
him.
coming out.
the pop that they got, man. Oh,
Dude, they would have shit, man.
oh man.
How about the promo with them? All of a sudden, there's 4 guys out. Like how Demolition does the heel.
Yeah,
yelling
he was like,
promo.
yeah, you see, Heart Foundation, you can't go up man to man against us, so you have to get 2 other guys to beat us.
Did you see? How about the pre-match promo with Demolition? Fucking Barry Darso looks like a chick doing selfies. He's just doing different kind of facial expression. Like this looks good on camera.
I
This looks good on
I
camera.
hate Barry Darso.
I actually like Barry Darso.
I don't understand what
he-
the hate. He's fucking great.
I
He's
hated.
great.
I
I
hated.
agree.
I hated Repo Man. I hated the Blacktop Bully. I hated Barry Darso. I think it was,
just like I said, we're gonna kick your stinking teeth in.
and then he does his stupid. He's like,
Yeah.
like he's fucking retarded. Is he retarded? He got to be retarded.
Like he was shocked by it. Like they had a TV facing him. Like, oh, just try different faces, Barry.
He'd be like,
we're gonna kick your stinking teeth in.
I think the best person out of that whole group was Axe. I thought Axe was
Oh yeah.
Axe was the best.
Bill Eadie, yeah.
Bill Eadie was awesome.
Yeah, superstar.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Super Machine.
But I even like the promo
That's
afterwards with the Heart Foundation and Road and the Road Warriors.
Yeah, I do too.
Fucking Hawks stroking.
Talk about demolition eating pacemakers.
Yeah.
This match was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just really,
I
really
liked
good.
it. I liked it a lot.
Match of the night.
Yeah, hands down.
Big Boss Man's making a lot of appearances in this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
How about the next match?
Oh,
The Harlem Sewer Rat versus the Snake.
I love, dude. They had the perfect photo of the fucking rat.
Close to the cage.
Look like it looked like he was like underneath a gutter downspout and
taxidermy,
frozen.
fucking-
Yeah.
Fucking
Could
stuff-
they get any more of
This
a
is stuffed
faker rat?
Eddie, Shining Wizards Eddie
made a post about Bad News Brown.
I think
Correct.
I agree with him. I think Bad News Brown was way ahead of his time.
An established martial artist.
Yes. And also, I think that, he was already pushing 50 at this point because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't realize this. He looked good for his age. Let's get that out of the
Black
way.
don't crack.
No,
homie.
no. I think
Black
he's
don't
mid
crack.
40s at this point.
No, he's 48 years old in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's born in 1942.
Oh my god.
So he's almost 50 at this point. And the Ghetto Blaster, to me, one of the best finishing moves at that time because
He was born in 43.
Oh, there you go. So he's there.
Yeah,
You go.
wow.
47.
Wow.
So the Ghetto Blaster, which was pretty much an insecurity at that time, nobody was doing that shit,
Yeah.
and he was, and I thought he was
Well,
fantastic.
he was in Japan for a minute.
Yes,
But
he
he was
was.
a legit judo guy.
But
Yes,
he was a legit
He was
judo.
an Olympic. He was in the Olympics.
Yes,
Wasn't
he was.
Yeah.
And it's like what Eddie said. He was just a way ahead of his time. And I told him, I was like, the problem with guys like Bad News Brown is that one of two things happen: either they get pushed to the moon, or they get pushed into obscurity because people just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Until another guy does the same thing, they're like, "Oh my god, this is like the next best thing," and that's what happened with Bad News Brown. And on top of that, what also didn't help him much was his age. He was getting up there, so that's
Yeah.
probably why.
You're not gonna strap a rocket to him if you don't know how long he's gonna go for.
And then on top of that, there was rumors that he was supposed to be the world champion someday. I don't know if that was true or not, especially at his age. But anything is possible. You know? I mean, if Dusty could win the belt at 45 years old, the WCW or NWA World Title, I'm sure he could have gotten it too.
Of course he could. Yeah.
And but it never happened. Whatever, because Hogan was the golden goose.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this match was fine. I mean, I just didn't understand how come Big Boss Man didn't disqualify him in the first chair shot.
Yeah. What about the fucking promo? Me and Phil talk about it, like with Jake the Snake, almost getting choked out by the fucking snake.
Yeah,
legit stops him from talking. But I mean, and kudos. I mean, that shows you how much of a fucking professional he is. This snake has got a tail all over the place. Literally just in on his lips. Whatever. This dude just keeps going forward. Doesn't change his fucking volume. Doesn't change his demeanor. Straightforward, still ice cold fucking killer promo. Unbelievable.
Jake the Snake is probably one of the best promo guys of all time, just because he didn't have to raise his voice, he didn't have to lower his voice. He just stayed at the same tone no matter what, and he made the listener come closer to the TV, see what the fuck he was saying.
Unbelievable.
And then people would know identify who he was just by the way he spoke, and that was it.
And I would say underrated worker as well. I think inside the ring, psychology wise, underrated
The
worker.
first wrestler I ever saw, and Phil knows this, that I ever saw was Jake the Snake. And I was 3 years old. I'll never forget it. I was 3 years old. He was fighting a local jobber. I don't know who he was fighting. It was a jobber, though. And I was just, at 3 years old, I was mesmerized by Jake the Snake. He just made even though he wasn't the biggest guy, muscular guy, whatever he was, he just captivated me at such a young age. And I was like, man, this guy's so cool. And that's what Jake was. He was cool. He wasn't the greatest worker, but he had psychology down to a science, as everyone said, because he knew how to command the crowd just by doing little things. You don't have to do. He didn't have to do a lot of physically, but he could just do little mannerisms, and people would just get behind him no matter what.
Exactly. So I like I said, same thing. I enjoyed the match.
I loved it. It was good. I just wish that I would have seen the DDT though.
Yeah, I mean, especially a big event like this.
Yeah.
You know, even if he DDTs, you know, if you have a pull prod or something, like DDT somebody.
In hindsight, if they were to keep the story going, it was a good finish for a DQ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it makes it gives credibility to Bad News Brown as well.
Well, like I said, Bad News. He knew how to upkeep his credibility. You know, and his value.
Well, knowing what we know about him now,
Yes.
it makes it's more of an appeal, if that makes any sense. Yeah, okay. All right, your next match, the Orient Express, Sato and Tanaka, taking on Nikolai Volkov and Jim Duggan.
I hated this match.
It's 3.5 minutes we're not getting back.
Well, thank God. Thank God it's only that.
What happened to Sato and Tanaka after this? Did they ever go back to Japan?
No, Sato left and he was replaced with Paul Diamond.
That I remember, yes.
Yeah, and he just wore a mask. He was Kato.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they gave him a fucking racist name.
I thought
they did.
It's true. I thought those guys would have went back to Japan just because they weren't used properly in fucking in WWF. But yeah, the match was all right. It's whatever. It's like what you said. It's 3 minutes. We're not gonna get back.
Yeah, Kiyosato. He was a beast in Japan. Though.
Yes, he was.
He was a fucking beast. He was like 230 pounds, almost 6 foot.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He was like 5'10".
Well, like Pat Tanaka, like you know, he's from the Orient. Meanwhile, I think he's from like fucking Hawaii.
Queens. Yeah, he's probably from Queens. Probably from like Middle Village.
Bring that guy with the slanted eyes.
Yeah, bring that. Where's the gook? Sir, you can't say that. Damn it. Where's Paul? Where's Paul on the phone?
Where's those Japs? Give me the Japs.
Give me a jab.
Where's the jab? Where's the jab? Sir, you can't say jab. Get Paul on the phone. Paul.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's him talking to Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
And we passed over the once again a few minutes we'll never get back with Sergeant Slaughter and Brother Love.
What the fuck was that about? With the
you're
metal?
Just trying to establish Slaughter as a heel, but come on, man, like that just went on.
There was like no point to the promo. There really wasn't.
No, have somebody come out and defend America. How about that? How about we do something like that?
Question from Uptown Georgie: who had the better mustache? Jake Roberts,
Rick Rude.
Hold on. Rick Rude's not an option.
Really?
Call me tits.
Oh, then
Jake Roberts or famous actor Sam Elliott.
Jake Roberts.
I say
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott had a beast of a mustache.
But you know what? So did Jake Roberts, because you could see, because the camera was zoomed in a little bit, and it was like, man, that guy knew what to do with that mustache.
Yeah.
Get that snake around your neck.
Get that snake. Where's that snake guy?
I'm gonna go with Jake the Snake.
Get the Jap wrestlers out of the bathroom. Sir,
Rick Rude, though.
Sorry,
Rick Rude is the definition.
If Rick Rude was a choice, it would have been Rick Rude for me.
I like how we both went right to Rick Rude.
Rick Rude. We both did it. Rick Rude.
He had the worst head of hair, but the best mustache I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And probably the best six-pack out of anybody at that time.
Yeah.
He's all oily, guys.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Your next match was a terrible match for me. Randy Macho Man, the Macho King, Randy Savage.
Macho King.
I was expecting a fucking classic over
here.
He beats Dusty 2.5. Dusty has no focus. He's missing the 3 Sapphire.
And you know what I didn't like about this match is they immediately have Dusty go into another feud instantaneously. I'm like, man, Macho Man, it was like third fiddle in this match. That's the Macho King. The Macho King, Randy Savage.
Yeah.
And you're going to do that to the Macho? Come on.
But I think, like you said, it's also they had bigger plans for Macho. Like that at this point, WrestleMania is already carved out in stone.
Macho King. No es Dusty, no es Ricky Santana.
No es Sapphire.
No es Tito Santana.
No es Tito Santana. No es Sábado Gigante. No es azúcar con leche. But anyways.
Bet I'm concerned, Gene, because nobody gets something for nothing. But that's not my business. That's not my business.
That's not my business.
That's
It's
not
Sweet
my
Sapphire's
business.
She's been the happiest she's ever been. She got a diamond ring. She got a four-leg meat. She got to cruise around the world. She got a gold bracelet.
She got a gold bracelet.
A gold bracelet.
That's right.
Yeah, I felt, as a fan, I felt bad for Dusty
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, poor Dust. His woman left him.
What up, Gary Sack, Shaolin Zone?
And then and then Mach beat him with a fucking purse. And then Ted DiBiase takes his woman and puts her in the limo.
The nerve.
No estilo Santana.
Danny Milano is fucking great for letting us
Danny
fight.
Milano's the man. Shout out to Danny. Brooklyn Zone.
And then what's the next match? Is it Quake and Hogan?
How about
Quake, the Canadian Jay Quake?
How about Earthquake's promo? Fucking great promo by Earthquake.
He impressed me.
Legit great promo.
I like his promo. My only problem with Earthquake or the Great White Shark, he doesn't stop fucking moving.
How is he that big? If you're burning that many calories having a conversation with Mean Gene, how are you that fucking big?
And then on top of that, like, you look like you're 50 years old. You look like you're older than
26 or 27.
27 at this time.
That's insane.
I don't get it.
But he had to.
I got to admit, though, at the time, I really loved this feud with him and Hogan.
Yes.
I at 6 years old, I was hoping that Hogan was going to beat the shit out of Earthquake.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't really, because I hated Earthquake so much at that time.
They crushed Tugboat. He crushed Tugboat.
Yeah, but then when Tugboat and him join up as the natural disasters,
Typhoon.
Yeah,
I liked them.
They were great. I liked them together.
But to me, I love the promo, but not for nothing, not a bad match.
Every time I watch this pay-per-view, I was watching this pay-per-view. Every time I see it, it reminds me of WrestleFest because all the characters that are in WrestleFest are in this fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Same attire and everything.
I got to tell you, man, this match was fun.
It was fun.
Quake and Hogan.
It really
was. It was really. It's a really good match.
I mean, Quake got his finisher twice on Hogan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then and Hogan did his normal Hogan routine, which is hulking up, and that was it. But
the crowd went bananas.
I know.
You know what's cool though? This is another opponent that Hogan had that was believable.
It was
like you thought that Hogan had a shot of losing the match.
Oh yeah, because Quake was like what 400 pounds,
and Hogan wasn't champion.
No,
he was not. So it was more of an allure. Like, oh my god, he might lose it. And when he had him beat, I was like, wow, he may. As a kid, you're like at 15, you're like, holy shit, he may beat him.
I was like that at 6 years old. I thought he was going to lose.
Holy shit!
But it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
It was a good.
It
match.
was fun. It wasn't the match of the night for me. Still, I mean,
no.
But it was a fun match.
It was a fun match. I mean, do we give obviously between Hogan and Earthquake who has the better skullet?
Oh,
definitely Hogan.
Hogan
was like trimmed and nicely proper.
Can I make a couple references? Boss Man did his thing.
Yeah,
I like Boss Man in this match as the second with Dino Bravo as well.
I like Dino Bravo.
But how about the chair shot Quake takes with that fucking step stool?
Oh, did you see the welts on his back?
He cut. He was cut. He was hard weight.
Yeah.
He was bleeding.
When he did that promo after the match, his back was. I was like, holy shit! Look at his back.
Yeah, and he actually flipped when he hit the Quake. He actually flipped it around, thinking that he wouldn't hit him with any of the screws.
Yeah,
he broke skin anyway. Hey, he cut him up.
But and like you said, and it just shows you. Like Tenta was great. Like, and for what he was, former sumo
wrestler, by the way.
Yeah, for what he was to the business, he was great in that sense of he was so young and he was put in such a prominent position that he upheld his end.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He might be, but he
might be one of those.
But he was also 400 pounds and agile. And guys that were agile and big like that always got over.
I just don't
Yokozuna, Vader. Earthquake, a Tugboat.
In terms of a big man, Earthquake was okay. He still wasn't a Vader.
He's no Vader.
He was no Vader.
He also
Vader had a better moveset. That's why.
Yeah, but he was also no Bam Bam because Bam Bam
had the best moveset of any big man.
I agree. He's my favorite big man of all time.
I would always say Vader then Bam Bam.
No, for me,
I loved Vader as a kid. That's subjective.
Either one could be number one. But as a child, I loved Bam Bam because he did all the acrobatic stuff. That because at the time, as a kid, I was a very chubby kid, and I could see myself vicariously through Bam Bam because he's a big guy and he's doing all these acrobatic moves. And then when he won the ECW World Heavyweight title, I was even happier because that's my guy. That's one of my guys right there.
Jersey.
And yeah, exactly. But in terms of going back to Earthquake was a really good big man, but just not the the big man that I was used to watching.
But he was believable. Though,
of course
too.
he was.
Believable.
And he was perfect for the time because
Mm-hmm.
at the time you wanted all these monsters to topple Hogan. You had your earthquakes. You had your fucking King Kong Bundys at one point.
Yeah.
Another guy who can go.
You had your Big John Studs.
Another guy who can go. They were one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
Yeah, and then you had your Andre the Giants, and then you had all these monsters. You had your Zeus. You had all these monsters that were put forth for Hogan to beat, and it was
believable.
It was believable. It was like watching one of those old 1980s action movies on TV, weekly TV. Except Hogan was the action star. He was the star of the movie, and he had to fight the big brolic looking ugly motherfucker that was gonna take him down, and it was always a fight for Hogan. It was good. I liked it.
I agree. I do have we have one more match for the heavyweight championship.
What'd you think of the blue cage? Do you miss the blue cage?
I missed the blue cage.
I was just gonna say
I missed the blue cage.
I missed the blue cage,
and it's easier to climb too.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I'm not Rick, we all said that Rick Rude made everybody look good, and him and the Warrior had good chemistry, and they probably had better matches. This was fun.
This was good.
I didn't like this match.
You didn't like the match.
I thought it was. I missed the. They've had better matches.
That's what I'm saying. But I enjoyed
2 years prior.
Last year, the year before,
the year prior.
Yeah. If you're gonna limit somebody limited as Ultimate Warrior was, now you put him in a cage. And
now you're really
limiting him, but he actually utilized the cage even when the match started.
Now I couldn't see it very well, but was Warrior busted open or it was just Rick Rude?
Oh, it was Rick.
Rick.
I thought at one point I thought Warrior was busted open, maybe because the paint was just cracked or something on his face. But I liked the blood in the match. I think it made sense because it's a cage match.
They had a storied feud.
And it's a match that ends pretty much what Phil says. It's a match that ends a feud. Always, it should always be like that.
Yeah,
not like now where they have cage matches like
every match of the show.
Yeah, no. So I thought it could have been done. I wish Bobby was used more in the match.
But in the same sense, I guess knowing the backstage stuff. Maybe Bobby was like, "Yo, I want nothing to do with this guy." I listen. That's just speculation at that point. But I agree. Like I said in pre-production, like we were watching the promos, and it's just so funny to think. Like I read Bobby Heenan's first book. I'm still waiting to read the second one, and like he's such like a honest, and like lovable guy. Like the fact that him and Rick Rude didn't get along, like that takes it away from me. I don't know why.
They really didn't get along.
From my understanding, from Bobby's book, was saying that they just never clicked. I think it's like you said, Rick Rude felt like he never needed, and he didn't, and he absolutely didn't need a manager to speak for him. But he always felt that Bobby was taking some heat from him. Whereas Bobby looked at it as, I'm just trying to enhance. I'm trying to help.
But you want to know what's funny though? He didn't need Bobby, but when he was in World Class, he had Percy Pringle, which was Paul Bearer, and Percy Pringle made him look better on TV.
Yeah. The only time I didn't see, that's the thing. Paul, it's weird about that. Rick Rude had a mouthpiece everywhere he went. Even when he was NWA tag champion with Manny Fernandez, he had number one Paul Jones.
Yeah.
So he always had a mouthpiece.
And not for nothing, WCW, excuse me, but they had a dangerous alliance.
They had Heyman. But why?
I don't know, man.
I think he was a good talker, dude.
I think it just a happens of circumstance. Like he was that good that you can go, oh, well, he could talk, but hey, we'll put him with Heyman. It'll be that much better. Maybe it was that type of thing.
But what is it also? Let's also think about this. Is it
people in the
because
chat room saying that Warrior was busted open?
He was. I thought it was. So I just want to know.
Modspot said it wasn't blood; it was a booger.
I've always felt that Rude could have contributed more to the Federation if he had just been given the opportunity.
Knowing what you know now, of course, yeah, 100%. But I think that because of the amount of talent that they had, like how many guys we can make a list of guys that could have main evented
on this pay-per-view.
Yeah,
right now.
And they're all fucking mid cards. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just like Jay said, it's a circumstance type of thing. knowing what you know now about Rick Rude, and he wasn't the greatest of guys either, apparently, in terms of attitude.
Well, I from what I remember reading, they said that Rick Rude was only good to the Minnesota guys.
Which was bullshit.
Kurt Hennig,
which was
Darso, and the
Darso,
Road Warriors,
the Road
Scott Norton.
Because they all went to the same school
Same
together.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of but funny enough, when he went to WCW, he was really cool with Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Him and Austin were like really good friends.
Well, and they went on like hunt, but it was like
they were
went
in
on
Texas
hunting
together
trips.
too. weren't
They went on fishing trips, hunting trips. If I'm not mistaken, Rude just did. I don't know if from what I read at one point like years ago, Rude actually liked Warrior. Believe it or not, he actually liked the Warrior. It's
You think it's a Texas connection? Like that's where
probably because he was the Dingo Warrior as
Yeah.
well. And I'm pretty sure he got along with Kerry Von Erich because Kerry Von Erich was there as well. So I don't know what this whole bad attitude thing is stemming from.
But
he was a badass in real life. He was a tough motherfucker. You don't want
Yeah.
to fuck with him. He was almost like Haku style. Like he'd fuck your ass.
might-
up.
he might have been-
maybe that's why he intimidated people.
maybe.
But I've always heard that he spoke very respectful to. He was very.
You could be. I didn't. This is all speculation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all opinion. We don't
like
know.
I said, he's if you draw up a list of guys that should have been champion, Rick Rude is top 3. I think he's always going to be top 3. Guys that are up there that have never had it. The Perfects, even though Perfect was AWA,
It's not really.
it counts.
Was
but
he
it doesn't.
AWA champion?
He
beat Jerry Lawler.
He beat Bockwinkel.
Bockwinkel for the title.
Oh, I thought he beat Jerry Lawler.
No, he beat Bockwinkel.
Bockwinkel, yeah.
Jerry
yeah.
Lawler, Jerry Lawler,
Jerry-
super class.
That's what I was thinking
Jerry
of.
Lawler beats him for the
That's
title.
what I was
when
thinking
they
of,
try
yeah.
to unify
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I was like, a lot of people failed to realize that Rude was also the world heavyweight champion before he left. I don't know if you know that.
He was also Southern heavyweight champion too somewhere. So he had regional world titles.
I gotta ask Phil this: do you consider the WCW International World Heavyweight title a world title? It was
no,
not.
because when they broke off from the NWA,
I've always felt it was a world title, just because.
It's debatable. I mean,
If you put it down the definition of Plinko, you just keep going down and it trickles down. Where it ends on me, no.
That's actually a really good.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a really cool.
if
analogy.
Yeah. If you funnel it down to me, no, it doesn't. At the time,
would you consider it an interim champion? Would you consider him an interim champion? Because you had 2 world titles.
Well, Chops, they already had the NWA and the WCW world title,
which I understand. But what I'm saying is, why have 2 world champions?
They were hamstrung at that point. Like they had
Why,
no choice.
I think they kept it because of the ties they had with New Japan.
Yes,
Gotcha.
That's why they kept it.
Gotcha. So I guess you could say that it wasn't really a world title, I guess the only world title he won was in WCCW, and that was it.
Yeah,
basically. Well, I think he was like AWA, like Southern heavyweight champion,
Which was
like
also part of that's Continental, I believe, if it with the Fullers, if I'm not mistaken.
You could be right.
Because you know what it is? Because it's the whole idea. It's the same thing. Because then at what point do you consider the U.S. Heritage Pride, whatever whatever?
Oh, the Western States Heritage title, or
2 people have
does that count as
Zabisco and Wyndham?
Like do you count that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because then once you start accepting one,
Rick Steiner was the Florida heavyweight champion.
Wasn't
Mike Rotundo?
Yeah, but wasn't Rude also the Florida heavyweight champion?
So was Kevin Sullivan.
So
that was an NWA Florida heavyweight championship.
Yeah,
we're just talking big companies.
We're not
talking about major champions. Not regional.
We're not talking about regional titles. Yes,
yeah. Because like you said, because you could break away and you can go into the Floridas and the Carolinas. You could do all that stuff too, and then that just changes the game. But to
Makes
me,
sense.
He's a guy that's always going to be on that top of the list of like the guy that should have been, because he should have had. Why didn't he ever run against Hogan? There's a reason why he never had to run against Hogan.
Uptown George has a point. So Rude left the company at the end of September for WCW.
Yes.
Had he stayed in WWF, Georgie said he would have booked him instead of Slaughter against Warrior, setting up Hogan and Rude for Mania. You could do fantasy warfare. We could do fantasy warfare
if he doesn't leave.
But
then you lose so much good stuff in WCW. Granted, he may never get the back injury, so you could use that.
So now he beats Warrior for the title instead of and Rude for Mania. That's a good fucking match.
But
though.
you're moving.
Could you imagine Hogan and Rude? Oh,
But
would have been a great match.
Never gonna happen because you're pushing Slaughter as the American Benedict Arnold to go against the Iraqi.
But you know what? You still could have kept him in that role.
But you're not gonna. He's not gonna go against Hogan.
No, have him fight Warrior.
But
Warrior was just as over as Hogan though at that point.
It makes more sense at that
I'm
the
just
climate.
saying,
At
right,
the climate of the climate of the
the
US,
country. You talking
yeah.
about? Okay.
The climate of the country, it makes much more sense to have. There was fucking death threats being thrown at WWF.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, so like it makes much more sense to have him against because Hogan's the absolute patriot, and we all know that the Ultimate Warrior project is running thin at this point because
we don't know that back then.
We don't know this in August, but we know it in November because houses are down. Houses are down come November.
Look at Jay doing his homework. Look at you.
And what there's this what was it, Pro Wrestling History or something like that? I went down a rabbit hole.
All right.
Buy rates, all this stuff.
So I have 10 fascinating facts about WWE.
Oh, here we go.
Please do. From whatculture.com.
Choppy's favorite website.
Number 10, Jesse Ventura quit weeks before the show.
Yeah, that's what he said before.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9.
And I think it was over something as
wasn't it over the union? He went to union.
It was over payments of the Coliseum videos,
Gotcha.
which Jesse took WWE to court and won, and he got back some sort of settlement.
Number 9, Bruce Pritchard introduced a new talent to Vince days before SummerSlam.
Oh.
On the night
Undertaker.
On the night of August 24th, 1990, WCW held a house show in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Bruce Pritchard had a particular WCW wrestler he wanted to bring on board with Vince. As Pritchard remembers it, he took it upon himself to pick up the wrestler from the airport early that Friday and drove him to McMahon's estate in Connecticut. McMahon likely had a lot on his mind with SummerSlam being days away, right? But the meeting, they met up, and the wrestler was 25-year-old Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. But they had DiBiase laid mention. I think it was like in the weeks after this about a mystery partner for SummerSlam and Survivor Series, and that's who it was.
Number 8, we knew this. Shawn Michaels blew his knee out 3 weeks before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we knew that already.
Okay, we knew that already. Okay, next one. Number 7, Brutus Beefcake was supposed to be the original challenger.
Yeah, we knew that.
Perfect.
But which is kind of funny though, because now you're gonna put the belt on him. Like, where do you go from that? Like,
and Beefcake wasn't even a good worker,
but he was over. He was over.
He was definitely over.
Yeah.
He was over. So, like,
do you think Hogan was the one who pulled the strings for that one?
Yeah, of course.
Well, yes and no, but he was definitely over though at this point.
Number 6, also Jay pointed this out before. WWE's first choice to replace Beefcake was Davey Boy Smith.
I didn't even read this from What Culture. I just remember hearing about it. Yeah,
it was also rumored that Bam Bam Bigelow was also considered for the spot as well.
Oh, that would have been so much
As
better.
IC could you imagine him in Perfect? Oh my god,
that would have been a better match.
That would have been an amazing match.
An injury prevented the blow off to the Strikeforce feud.
There you go. You call that as well.
Jay. I don't read these beforehand.
I'm telling you, God's honest truth. I really didn't read it beforehand.
Number 4, the Hart Foundation found out 3 months in advance they were going to regain the titles.
Well, I read that in Brett's book, so that's correct. That is correct.
Yeah. And let's see. Number 3, the Hart Foundation debuted those jackets on the show. And the penis hat. Yeah.
The penis
hat.
The penis beret.
Oh, but it was like the buckle jacket.
Yeah,
or whatever.
I called them the
tassels.
The tassels.
Yeah, I called them the movie usher fucking jackets.
yeah.
Number 2, this marked the end of Bad News Brown in WWE.
Really?
Really?
I didn't know that.
His relationship with the company became highly contentious. At one point, Brown claims Vince McMahon promised him the world title, making him the first black champion, and he believes that it was a assortment of lies. 2.5 years with the company, Brown left following SummerSlam. In an absurd side note, Brown was replaced on house shows by Hakeem. And it would build as the Harlem Street fights with Jake the Snake Roberts. That's ironic, huh? And number 1, Rude was furious over his SummerSlam payoff.
I believe that.
Well, what was?
All right, so Rude was angry over the lower than expected payoff working for SummerSlam. It would end up being the last pay-per-view that Rude would work for McMahon. That's because it wasn't only a money issue that Rude was promised. Rude was sidelined with an injury in early fall of 1990. While sitting home, WWE continued to advertise Rude's name for house shows, despite knowing that he could not possibly wrestle. Rude felt he deserved to be paid for those by the use of his name in advertising the shows, a portion of the gate for which wrestlers were promoted. And McMahon balked at his demand. Rude would sit home until his contract rolled over 91 and jump to WCW.
He's not with that headspace. That's not a wrong way. If you're using my name to promote shows, and let's just say in the Northwest, like let's just say he's going somewhere in the Northwest for house shows, like fuck yeah, you got to pay me, dude. Like now, because this is during the time of no guaranteed contracts and all this stuff. If you're hurt, you're not working, you're not getting paid.
Only a couple of guys that guarantee.
Yeah, but you want to know something with the way Rude talked, and he could make people talk. He could make. Nobody was a more perfect heel than fucking Rick Rude.
No,
because I never saw him as a babyface ever in his career, ever, unless it was like at the very beginning of his career.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we always talk about guys like Steamboat, Sting. Well, Sting had a little bit of a heel run, but
yeah,
Steamboat was never a heel. Like Rick Rude was never a face
ever.
In ECW, guys loved him. Fans loved him, and then WWE and WCW, like guys loved him, but he was always positioned as a heel.
Do you think that maybe because like he had such a plain look to him? And what I mean by plain, he didn't have like blonde hair, or he
no.
Who is
he had a look.
He had a look, right?
He had that plain looker, business casual, but I'm gonna kick your fucking ass like Don Fry, like legit Don Fry look, like same thing.
Yeah, you know what? Him and Don Fry do look alike.
Yeah.
You're right.
And,
I agree.
And you're talking about two badass motherfuckers that walked this planet. Was Don Fry and Rick Rude, and like you said to me, him saying that, like it kind of does make sense. Like if he felt like he put his name out there, he knew he had to put over Warrior, so if he's upset about the payoff or what have you, who's to say that? Who's to say that he's not right about it?
But you know who else is a badass motherfucker? The AEW World Champion,
Phil Rea.
Phil Rea.
Nice. I'm the champ.
Hold on one second. Do you want to know why he's the champion? Because Jay Quake and the Chopster are going to make sure he stays the champ.
That's right.
We're his muscle.
We're his heavy.
We're the heavy. And if you don't like that, too bad. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be champion for a long
Bitches.
time.
There's two things you could do about it: nothing and like it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Anything else?
That's it.
What do you want to do, champ, tonight? What do you want? You want to go to the Ramada Inn?
806 Marriott.
The Marriott. Whatever you want, champ. It's your night, buddy.
I want to say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Oh, Lord.
That's awesome. I love it. Oh, boy.
That was great.
That was great.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, bitch. All right, let's load this up. Oh, boy.
I agree.
You working tomorrow, Chop?
Hell no.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, you working?
I'm off.
Are you off for?
Yeah. Well, that's why, like I said, like I was saying in here, like whatever time I get back from camping or whatever, and even Tay was like, she's like, maybe you should do a show tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not working tomorrow. Like, if I was working tomorrow, I'd be like, guys, listen, I just got in, we were unpacking. I quick unpacked. I left our house. I was like, I'm doing a fucking show. And I knew the bell was coming. I knew I kind of wanted to be here to see this too.
I told Brielle, I told him, and I was like, we got to shoot. I can't wait to see Phil's reaction.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He did that.
Because Richie had hit me up last week. He was like, bro, I got a surprise. I'm like, what? Sends me the video. And I'm like,
and it's
The video does not do that justice.
No, at all. Because I thought, once again, I'm thinking of replica. I'm not thinking. I don't know. For some reason, I just thought it was like a small one.
So yeah, no, dude, that's legit.
That's legit.
Crazy, right?
I know. It's great. When your face when you saw that, thing,
Dude, I was like, "What the fuck,
it was
man?"
Priceless, man. Priceless.
And like I said, and you didn't even open it. You were just like, "Yo, this is as pristine as it was."
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Insane membrane. That's crazy. I gotta pee like a racehorse. Yeah, just wrap that up. I mean, put the butt buckles back on for me.